पूरा सब है। चलिए
ये रोहित रोहित
Yes, sir.
ये the VC of Vaishnav University Upender ji join नहीं किए ना?
No, sir, not yet.
Because
Sir.
there is another parallel program is going on at Indore. So, but he will be joining. 1 बजे तक वहाँ था inaugural function. He will be joining.
Yes, sir.
Let me make a call to him also. And Malay?
No, sir. Malay Nayak sir is also not yet joined.
क्यों मलय नायक आजकल इंडिया में है अभी?
Yes, sir, but not yet joined. Vinay sir is also joined.
विनय जैन कर गया.
Very good afternoon, Vinay sir, the Director, Indian Institute of Business Management, Patna.
Sir, Professor Naik sir. Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. Yesterday I have sent you the link, everything. I have sent everything in your WhatsApp yesterday. Okay, sir. Okay. No problem. No problem.
Meanwhile, we are also connected with Senthil sir from Tamil Nadu. Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Rohit.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
We are also connected with Professor Nilesh Narayan sir, the faculty member of IIM Patna. Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to everybody.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Next, sir, we are still not connected with Upinder Dhar sir and Raj Kumar.
Dr. Upendra Dhar will be connected by 1:15 because he is in the inaugural program of the same, his own institution, national conference.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then SMS Rajkumar will be joining
Rajkumar
in
Sinha, sir.
time. We can start within 5 minutes, then no problem. Everybody will join in that time.
Okay, sure, sir.
Let us have only one call to. Hello. अरे सर कनेक्ट हो सारे केतळू should come. हाँ हाँ just we are waiting.
Naik sir, Malay Naik sir is also joined with us now. Very good afternoon, Malay Naik sir. Sir, please unmute yourself, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, very good afternoon, sir.
Malay, welcome. Are Mahapatra Sahib has already joined.
I think I got a really bad connection here.
Ah.
Sorry
Sir.
for that. Is it late?
Namaskar, Mahapatra sir. Once
Namaskar.
again, welcome
Namaskar,
to Patna in virtual mode.
sir.
So let us have the introduction. Some of the people have joined. The
Right.
Vice Chancellor of the Sri Vaishnava University, Dr. Upendra Dhar, is now in the inaugural function of their own conference. But he will be joining within 5 to 10 minutes. So, but
No
we will
issue,
not.
sir. No issue.
Huh.
We will definitely get it.
And the speakers, they have joined to your own student, and Dr. Malay Naik has already joined. And another is Dr. Let me introduce Dr. Bhagwan Singh, the Professor, Head and Dean of School of Management of the Central University, Jharkhand. Bhagwan.
Pranam, sir.
Mahapatra sir, the Honorable Vice Chancellor
Sir.
of the Odisha State Open University. He himself from the field of management also.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
Pleasure
Thank you,
meeting you,
Professor.
sir. And we will welcome in our organization to you, sir, recently with the lecture series, sir.
It will be a pleasure. I hope.
All blessed by our father of academics, Professor Nayak, sir.
Dr. Bhagwan Singh, I treat him as my academic son, and he's very close to my heart also, always. And Bhagwan is the Professor, Head and Dean of the School of Management, as well as the Dr. Subhash Jadhav there, who is the Professor and Head of the Computer Science. And both are just more than of my two sons, and they are well connected with me since last 20 years.
Sir, it's not
Right.
you got two sons, sir. You got many sons here.
Yeah, precisely. That's what I was trying to say. Professor Nayak, the way you are, grooming everyone, so everyone is like so close to your heart. I know.
That is, sir, all these things. And let me introduce another personality with us, Dr. Senthil Kumar, who is a very vibrant and dynamic personality, and he is at present our dynamic Secretary of Computer Society of India, Kanchipuram chapter. Dr. Senthil Kumar. Dr. Senthil Kumar. Rohit, Dr. Senthil is not unmuted.
Yes, he's he's unmuted, sir. Yeah, I already. Yeah, sir, please unmute, sir. Senthil, sir. I guess, sir, there is a network issue over there. Yeah.
Another one of our very beloved personality, Dr. Bhavna Narayan from ATS University, Raipur. Bhavna? Bhavna, are you hearing me? And here is the Dr. Binay Kumar Singh, the Director of the Institute of Business Management, Patna. Binay? Binay? You unmute क्यों नहीं करते?
Sir, good afternoon.
Bhavna.
Good afternoon, sir.
Here is our chief guest of the today's occasion, Dr. A.K. Das Mahapatra ji, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Odisha State Open University. Dr. Bhavna is the professor at the Computer Science at ATS University at Raipur. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you. A very good afternoon to all members.
कन्हैया अच्छा ये सुनो कन्हैया मैं आधा घंटा बाद बात करूं जस्ट हमने के वेबिनार में है आज हमारा वेबिनार है ना I have sent you the link. You can also get connected to Honorable Vice Chancellor there. I have sent you the link. Rohit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
should we start? Because sir has already joined in time. By the permission of hello. अरे रोहित महापात्र सर अनम्यूट नहीं हुए.
Okay, I guess Mahapatra sir, please.
You allowed to be unmute.
Yeah, I already allowed, sir.
Now it is okay, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Probably unknowingly has done it, but it's okay.
So yeah, we will start. Shall we start, sir?
We can start because Dhar Sahib will be joining, and by the meantime, after my welcome, they
sir is joining, sir. Yeah, he is also joining, sir.
He has joined?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Kaha? Sarka face dikhao.
Yeah, sir, still connecting with the audio. Now is connected. Very good afternoon to Upinder Dhar sir. Sir, please unmute.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Most welcome to Patna once again.
Namaskar.
Virtual mode. Perhaps it is your third or fourth appearance.
Thank you.
And part of your blessing and patronage to our good cause and good events. And the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open University, Dr. Das Mahapatra is there, who also know you. And Dr. Das Mahapatra,
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
कैसे चल रहा है सर आपका?
फर्स्ट क्लास.
कभी आएंगे मिलेंगे आपको वहाँ.
हाँ, श्योर.
Right.
Sir, invite you करेंगे कोई occasion में. And our speakers are that Dr. Bhagwan Singh. Sorry, perhaps you met him or you have been introduced previously. And he is the professor head and dean of the Central University Jharkhand. Dr. Bhagwan Upendra sir is there.
Happy morning, sir.
अरे happy afternoon हो गया.
Happy afternoon also.
तो फिर unmuted हो गया लगता है.
Next, sir, shall we start the session now, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So, very warm good afternoon to all dear respected.
Sir, एक minute, Rohit. Dr. Malay.
Sir.
And you had been introduced with Upendra sir.
Can you hear me?
Dr. Malay Naik from London, UK.
No.
And Bhagwan now, sir, is unmuted. Dr. Bhagwan Singh, Professor Head and Dean of the Central University. Now Upendra sir is unmuted. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, we may start, sir.
We start. We should start.
Okay, thank you, sir. So once again, very warm good afternoon to all dear respected dignitaries, guests, and all student community present over here. I, Professor Rohit, I welcome you all in this today's one-day international webinar on a very relevant topic, that is research and innovation in management education. So to start with the session, it's a time for presidential as well as the opening address, and for that our today's opening address speaker is none other than Professor Dr. A.K. Naik sir. So before we start, for reading the autobiography of Professor Naik, I would like to welcome Rishika Raj, the student of BBA first semester, Indian Institute of Business Management, Patna. Over to you, Rishika.
Good afternoon to all the respected members of today's webinar, and thank you, Professor Rohit sir, for giving this opportunity. It's a pleasure to be here. So as we know that the president of this one-day international webinar is Professor Dr. A.K. Naik sir. Professor Dr. A.K. Naik sir, presently the advisor of IIBM Group of Institutions, is the advisor of Computer of India and former director of Indian Institute of Business Management, Patna. He is having more than 36 years of experience in teaching, training, research and administration in the field of computer science, information technology and management. The former president of ICT section of Indian Science Congress Association and former chairman of Indian Society for Technical Education Bihar Jharkhand section. Professor A.K. Nayak is the Fellow of Computer Society of India, International Society for Research and Development UK, United Writer Association, National Association of Computer Educators and Trainers, and Management Studies and Promotion Institute, New Delhi. Professor A.K. Nayak is associated with the academic programs of more than 40 universities, including as a member of Board of Studies, Governing Council, and School Board of several universities, organized and participated more than thousands of conferences, seminars, workshops, training programs, and faculty development programs of national and international level in physical and virtual mode. Participated as the chief guest of honor, preside over, and keynote speaker in more than 100 of universities and institutes of national and international repute. Represented as the expert member in several bodies of Government of India and state government. He had authored 162 papers, 12 books, edited 9 books, and 10 proceedings of national and international conferences. Received many international and national awards, as his biography in published in 7 international directories. Professor Nayak has worked as expert member of CEDTI, Government of India, reviewer of DST project, Government of India, member board of directors, DNS Institute of Cooperative, National Institute of Electronic and Information Technology, Government of India, expert member of Banking Service Recruitment Board, Bihar Public Service Commission, Bihar, State Secondary Education of Board, and many more. At present, Professor A.K. Nayak is a member of All India Board of IT Education and Board of Studies of Computer Science and IT, AICTE, Government of India, and member of Bureau of Indian Standard, Government of India. Recently, Professor Nayak has been nominated by Bureau of Indian Standard, Government of India to represent at International Standard Organization, Geneva, as member of Data Management Committee. Professor Nayak visited abroad in many assignments, including participation in Southeast Asia Regional Computer Confederation, Executive Council meeting at Colombo, and General Assembly of International Federation of Information Processing, situated at Austria, Vienna. He has received several national and international awards, including Dr. Abdul Kalam Gold Medal Award and 2 Lifetime Achievement Award in 4 months, that is from July 19 to October 19. Professor Nayak also worked as President, Vice President, Honorary Secretary, Division Chair, Chairman, Nomination Committee, Membership Committee, Conference Committee, International Audit Committee, Election Committee, Chapter by Laws Committee, SIG Committee, Academic and Awards Committee of CSI. He has also worked as Honorary Secretary of Indian Society for Technical Education, Bihar Jharkhand section for 2 terms. Recorder, ICT section of Indian Science Congress Association, apart from Chapter Chairman of Indian Society of Training and Development. He had been the Director General of National Association of Computer Educators and Trainers, member to Technical Committee of International Federation of Information Processing, Austria. At present, Professor Nayak is the life member of 22 professional and technical societies. With these words, I feel privileged to welcome Professor A.K. Nayak sir for opening and presidential address.
Thank you very much, Rishika, and thank you very much, Rohit, for this excellent brief introduction about me. First of all, I welcome all the dignitaries as well as all the participants to this August 1 Day International webinar on the very pertinent and vital theme, research and innovation in management education. Honorable Chief Guest of this occasion, the dynamic, vibrant and great visionary, the learned Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open University, Dr. A.K. Das Mahapatra Sahib, the keynote speaker of today's international webinar, and my old colleague and a great personality and a great visionary and a expert of the international stature in the management education, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Sri Vaishnava University situated at Indore, Dr. Upinder Dharji, the galaxy of speakers who will be today invited as the invited speaker and foreign speaker, my beloved younger brother, the Dean of the Research and Development and Professor Head, Department of Commerce at the School of Management Science at Varanasi, my academic son and my one of the most dearest and nearest beloved one, Dr. Bhagwan Singh, who is the Professor Head and Dean of the School of Business Studies at Central University, Jharkhand, and my another beloved academic son, and whatever you can tell, and who is a very key personality in participating of several of our activities, Dr. Malay Naik, who is an entrepreneur of the stature at the UK, as well as the presently as the executive director of the IT Buzz Limited at United Kingdom. The other dignitaries who have been present here, Mr. Harishankar Gupta ji, the director of the Modi Care Limited, and at present he is joining from Dubai. Dr. Senthil Kumar, the most vibrant and dynamic secretary of the Computer Society of India Kanchipuram chapter, who had been credited to conduct more than hundreds of the activities during the pandemic period. Dr. Bhavna Narayanji, the professor of the ATS University at Raipur, who had closely working with us in different forums of the Computer Society of India, as the state student coordinator of Chhattisgarh, as well as having the will participant in many of the Indian Science Congress activities. And Dr. Vinay Kumar Singh, the director of the Indian Institute of Business Management, and faculty members of the IEBM, Dr. Zakir Hussain Institute, as well as faculty member research scholars from different parts of the country, and dearest and nearest student participants who have been joined directly, as well as many of them have been watching the program in the live YouTube as well as the live Facebook. First of all, good afternoon to all of you, and I heartily welcome each of you to be the part of this international webinar on a very pertinent and vital theme, research and innovation in management education. But on this auspicious occasion, let me first express my gratitude and sincere thanks in tune of the millions and billions to the honorable personalities, particularly our honorable chief guest and keynote speaker, who had been the honorable vice chancellor of the prestigious university, had accepted my request to be the part of this August webinar on behalf of the managing committee of the Indian Institute of Business Management and student and teacher community, on behalf of the Computer Society of India Patna chapter in particular and Computer Society of India in general, on behalf of the Shikshak Kalyan Foundation, of which I am the National Vice President today, we extend our sincere gratitude and deep appreciation for your kind presence here and to grace this occasion. Sir, I can just compliment in one stanza by citing a pankti from the Hindi poem. ना हर रात को चांद नसीब होता है, ना हर रात को चांद नसीब होता है, ना हर इंसान को मंजिल प्राप्त होता है, ना हर इंसान को मंजिल प्राप्त होता है, ना सभी प्रकार का समारोह में आपका जैसे दोनों महानुभव का उपस्थित होता है. It's a great opportunity for all of us to have both of you on this auspicious occasion. And so far as your outstanding contribution in the field of management education is concerned, and the field of research and development is concerned in the related area, it is unparalleled. Both you, the personalities, are the academician of international stature and has also contributed significantly for the growth and development of the management education in particular and the technical and vocational education in general. as well as the education at a large in general for the development of the country, for the national development. Your great effort, definitely, no doubt, is significantly contributing and providing your pioneer efforts for a new nation building and to lead towards the concept, the vision of our honorable beloved Prime Minister to have a Atmanirbhar Bharat, Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat, and to establish the Bharat as the Vishwa Guru, which cannot be possible without a lack of the effective management, and not only the management of the management education, management of the whole education system. And definitely we are looking forward, the academicians of great stature like you. So definitely will have a significant contribution so far as the implementation of the new education policy, new education policy 2020 in letter and spirit, where a lot of importance has to be given so far as the research and the innovations are concerned under the multidimensional and multidisciplinary platform. Today it is not the time only when talk of the research and innovation in management will be only concerning to the management and management education, but rather than due to the ingredients of the interdisciplinary concept, due to the ingredients of the interdisciplinary disciplines, the management education when we are talking of will be keeping the track of the development of the managerial skills and practices so far as the implementation of the new education policy is concerned, irrespective of its subjects and branches. Recently, AICT has already declared there is no requirement of mathematics and physics when one opt to take the engineering education. When the educations are going to be vocationalized, when the educations are going to be internationalized, when the multi-entry, multi-exit system is getting introduced, and when the credit bank and credit transfer system will be implemented, when the choice-based credit system is going to be implemented at a large throughout the country, in that respect, definitely, the management thinkers and management professionals and management experts having a great role to work in this direction for the effective, productive and proper implementation of the new education policy. My dear friends and students who have been participating, who are participating on today's auspicious occasion, let me tell briefly what is the background of keeping such a topic of concern for today's deliberation. You might be knowing that since the few decades, the management education taking the shape of a new direction and new shape, and the changing dimensions are always continuous. So far as the management and information and communication technologies are concerned, there is no distance and no gap between these two branches of the education. And so far as the changes are concerned, rather the changes are becoming so frequent. What Professor Naik will be deliberating now, after 5 minutes, one can claim that what I have told that is wrong, because the changing are going in such a path. In these two fields, whether it is the management, whether it is the ICT, information and communication technology, we define the changes as the constant, because the changes are so continuous and we cannot observe the changes rather whenever we see there is a change. That is why we designate the changes are constant in this subject. Under that circumstances, if you look back, the management education of the 5 decades back, or the management education when we have been the student, very traditional subjects have been taught. The subjects like management, like the marketing research, the subject like research methodology, the subject like supply chain management, the subject like customer relation management. If you look back to the syllabus of the 30 years back, these subjects are not there. But due to the impact of the time, due to the requirement of the time, due to the emergence demand of the time, we introduce many of the subjects which are the subject of the concern today and which are providing the changing paradigm to the direction of this education. My dear friends, you can imagine. So why I am telling all these things, because I do remember a great stanza of Swami Vivekananda, who has told necessity the mother of invention, Jurat hi aviskara udbhavan ka janani hai, and that every cover is uncovered when it is discovered. प्रत्येक आच्छादित चीज तब उन्मेलित हो जाता है जब हम इसको आविष्कार कर लेते हैं. So that happens. the situation compelled us to take the new dimension to move towards the new directions. You see the pandemic period, when pandemic came and attacked India, at that time we are not ready and we did not have anything. Even if you did not have the required kits and the testing kits and mask and sanitizer, all these things. But it took the time, due to the efforts of our scientists, due to the effort of our professionals, we came across from that challenge and we addressed that challenge that today the country is surplus so far as the kits are concerned, and even we are having our indigenous vaccination and we have become able to export it to more than hundreds of the countries. And it happens like this. If we look back to the applications, business applications, which has generally started with ICT since 70s, after the inception of the third generation, fourth generation computer and beginning of the fourth generation computer, just we started the business computing and we utilized the computers and the information technology for that purpose. And Tata Steel became the first organization to have the three basic applications: finance accounting system and inventory control system and the payroll system. And what that to manage the huge volume of data, we take the help of the proper data organization and file management came. From 80, the volume of data have so much, the competition happens in the business and industries, and you imagine which compelled us to have a better data organization facility. That is why in 80 we came to the database management. In 90 we came to the relational database management. 2000 we came to the data mining. 2005 we came to the data warehousing. 2010 we came to the big data, and 2014-15 we came to the concept of the data science. Artificial intelligence, which incepted in 1956, remained dumb for many decades. But after having the concept of the big data and cloud computing concept, and to tackle the huge data, we applied the artificial intelligence for the better interpretation of for the interpretation, analysis, and processing of the data, and which designated as the business intelligence. So that is the time which given this terminology into the name, because that's the concept that necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity is the mother of discovery. The big data, today we are talking of the management course curriculum. We have been forced to change to keep near about 8 to 10 papers from the ICT in the management, like the papers like the fundamental concept of the computer and information technology, the concept of the e-business, e-commerce, the concept of the digital marketing, the concept of the data science, the concept of the big data, data science, big data and data science, cloud computing, machine learning, and business intelligence, and so many things are there. But recently, the industry 4.0 is coming out. And in German, the industry 4.0 is going to be saturated, and industry 5.0 has already started. And when we are dreaming that the industry will be the smart industry, the machines will be the smart machine will communicate with the machine, and there is a tremendous change in the business paradigm, and when it is coming. And we must have to prepare the student community and the youth masses accordingly to address the challenge, so that how these people can work in the education 4.0, industry 4.0, and tackle the huge volume of data which are concerning with the business and service industry for the future. Because the golden principle of the management to provide the right data to the right person at the right time to take the right decision. In that respect, the big data, the cloud computing, and this business intelligence will play the important role. Besides that, the e-governance implementation is coming in a very huge manner. So that is the requirement also see the management paradigm or the management view and the angle of thinking of the management should also take into a complete different shape. Viewing all these concepts in mind, we have thought that this is the appropriate topic on which the deliberation should be made, so that the youth minds will be ignited and that will be upgraded, and how they will learn the practice, how these things should happen for to taking the challenges of the future, and what future challenge they will be facing while the management education will be offered to them. And I must have to happily tell that we are having the galactic speaker, and two honorable chief guests and keynote speakers are themselves the people of the management educator of the international stature. And all the speakers are also from very respectable universities will be delivering. And I can tell one thing, at the end of the session, the knowledge what will be received by the participant, that will be also coming to very beneficial for them. Because somebody has told, I just extract a stanza from Bhagavad Gita, Jajada charati sesta tattata itare jana सहजत प्रमाण कुरुते जनाः तदनुवर्तते। अर्थात महत जन जो आचरण करते, महानुभाव जो बोलते, हम आप जो स्टूडेंट कम्युनिटी इसको फॉलो करते, इसको आइडियल मानते हैं और सही रास्ता पर हम चलते हैं, तो हम जाके मंदिर प्राप्त करते हैं। मंदिर दूर हो सकता है, रास्ता कठिन हो सकता है, पथ दुर्गम हो सकता है, लेकिन छात्र होने का चलते आपका लक्ष्य अभेद्य होना चाहिए। तो ये सही है और सही दिशा से आप पठन पाठन करते हैं और जो रियल चैलेंज इसको एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, इसको एड्रेस करते हैं, इस प्रकार का सेमिनार वेबिनार में आप अपना नॉलेज को अपग्रेड करते, अपडेट करते, डेफिनेटली you will achieve the success and you will be touching the success of the height of the success. With these few words, once again, I extend my sincere gratitude and millions of thanks and billions of gratitude to our honorable guest and keynote speaker and the speakers for their valuable participation in this webinar and for providing and their very precious time and to grace this occasion, as well as I once again congratulate all the participants for the joining in this important webinar. And with this, I pray to the God, may God bless each of you who have been connected on this webinar to pick up the daffodils from the paradise of their professional career. And let us bring the education for the use of the common man, but to satisfy the great stanza of Bhagavad Gita, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Nirmamaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pasundu Makristi. Thank you very much, and namaskar, and good afternoon to everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. A.K. Nayak sir, for this wonderful opening address. And now it's a time for the address of the chief guest or the inaugural address. And our today's chief guest is none other than Professor Arka Kumar Das Mohapatra sir. But before we proceed, let us give us a moment to introduce. So for introduction, I would like to welcome Smriti Jha, the student of BBA 5th semester IIBM Patna. Over to you, Smriti.
Thank you, sir. A very warm good afternoon to everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our chief guest today, Professor Arka Kumar Das Mohapatra sir. Professor Dr. Arka Kumar Das Mohapatra is the Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open University at present. He has over 33 years of experience in teaching, research, and academic administration to his credit. He was the Vice Chancellor in charge of Sambalpur University before taking over as the Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open University. He has also discharged several other administrative responsibilities in Sambalpur University, such as the Chairman PG Council, Director UGC Human Resource Development Center, Director Distance and Continuing Education, Controller of Finance, Officer on Special Duty, Head of Department of Business Administration, Dean School of Management Studies, Member Syndicate Senate Academic Council, Research Degree Committee, Examination Committee, and Regulation Amending Committee. Besides being the member of Board of Studies, a gold medalist from Utkal University for standing first class in MCOM, Professor Das Mohapatra received his D.Litt in Management in the area of corporate governance from the Sambalpur University, PhD in Finance from Utkal University, and MPhil from GM College University. He has published over 135 research papers in various journals of international and national repute and 7 books, including International Accounting, which has been published by Patents Hall of India Limited, New Delhi. He has also produced PhDs and 15 MPhil scholars with 1 more thesis submitted and 8 in progress. Professor Das Mohapatra has served the Assam Central University, Silchar, and the Assam Institute of Management, Guwahati as well. He is a fellow of Royal Society of Arts, London, fellow World Business Institute, Australia. He is the chairman of Indian Society for Training and Development, Sambal chapter. He is the life member of Indian Accounting Association, Indian Commerce Association, Indian Social Science Congress, Indian Society for Training and Development, ISTD, and nominated number of American Biography Research Institute. He has already filed 8 patents and he has attended over 150 national and international seminars, conferences, and workshops within and outside India. He has visited a host of countries, including UK, France, and Japan on academic assignments. An excellent teacher in management Professor Das has been recognized as the AIO Accredited Teacher, MTC Global Distinguished Management Teacher, VIF Vista Distinguished Researcher in Accounting and Finance, and KIER Distinguished Academic Leader, along with the Best Paper Award in France. He is also in the academic and expert committees of various prestigious and premier national institutes, including NAAC, UPSC, ICSSR, AICTE, and UGC. He is associated with more than 60 Indian and foreign university institutions in various forms. With these words, I feel privileged to welcome Professor Arka Kumar Das Mohapatra sir for the inaugural address. Thank you, sir. Please welcome, sir.
Thank you, Smriti, and namaskar and good afternoon to all of you. Esteemed Professor A.K. Naik, the president of today's webinar and the advisor, IIBM Group of Institutions, Professor Upendra Dhar, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya, and today's keynote speaker, Dr. Malay Naik, the Executive Director, IT Buds Limited, London, many other distinguished personalities, as I found few names in the flyer as well as today's agenda, like Professor Bhagavan Singh, Professor C.N. Prasad, Professor Raj Kumar Singh, Professor Binay Kumar, and many others. I'm sure, as I can see from the screen, distinguished faculty members, research scholars, students, other viewers, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a privilege on my part to be in this one day and a couple of hours international webinar on research and innovation in management education. Thank you very much, Professor A.K. Naik, the president of the meeting, for inviting me to this occasion and to witness the webinar, listen to the very distinguished speakers rather than speaking myself. And more so, when Professor Naik has already stated so much in the inaugural address itself, too diversified, all inclusive, I think nothing is left for us, especially for me, to speak. But certainly, it is a challenge for the keynote speaker and other speakers to integrate the thought process of Professor A.K. Naik in their deliberation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Well, I will just put a few of my own understanding of the management education as how I perceive it, having put in as the young girl who introduced me, saying that about 33 years of education, I mean, a teaching and research experience in management. So look, in this over 3 decades, what I find is management is all about a decision-making process. And we all agree that good decision will lead to producing better result or good result, good outcome. Again, the quality of the decision depends on the quality of the decision maker. More so, the quality of the decision maker will again depend on the quality of the management education. Continuing further, the quality of the management education will depend on the quality of the management educator, and put them together, the management educators. Again, the quality of the management educator will depend on the quality of the research that they do, or the quality of the research they are familiar with, or it can be both. Now, there is no disagreement that the quality of the research will lead to quality innovation. And that is how the topic is research and innovation in a management education. So, in order to have quality innovation, we'll definitely have to have better integration of the technology. Well, I do agree as a management teacher that for every innovation, technology is certainly not necessary. I mean, therefore, often we say doing things differently is an innovation rather than doing different things. So when it comes to product innovation, process innovation, maybe for product innovation, we need to have extensive use of technology, but for process, and even a part of the process innovation that we find is how the same thing can be done in a different way. So what I understand, therefore, is that when management is all about equipping the learners, the students, and the practitioners with different tools and techniques available for taking judicious decision, we have to be more careful, particularly when the environment becomes more complex with more options to choose in between. If it is the same material which has got alternative use, certainly we have to go for a better use of that. I know the youngsters will not be knowing, but the senior people present here, obviously Professor Naik himself, that during our childhood, we were not having a telephone connection at home. And if at all it was, then we could not even dial it directly to reach to anyone. We have to definitely get it connected to the local exchange. And maybe we normally used to call it like trunk call. I mean, book the call, and maybe 3 days after, 2 days after midnight, the telephone will ring that you are connected with one individual, I mean, to the other individual that you want to speak. And more so, to get a telephone connection at home, we used to be in the queue for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I still understand and remember, today you don't have a Bajaj scooter in the market, but it was the market leader in the early 80s till the LML Vespa was introduced in the Indian market. And it was, the Bajaj was enjoying his market share of about, Bajaj scooter, I mean, was enjoying a market share of about 63% in the 80s. And it came down to about, say, 30% in the 90s. And by 2002, the production of the Bajaj scooter was discontinued. That happened. And more so, before I switch over to this side, rather, even to get a Bajaj scooter, you have to pay about 500 rupees and wait for some 500 days to get a scooter allotted to you. Concept had changed, because choices have come. Now nobody, even to the scooter segment has gone now. You have scooty and many more. So things have changed, and that is exactly what the innovation has actually come into play a major role also in the decision-making process that the managers really used to follow before and what they will be required to do today. So when the complexities is more, decision-making process certainly becomes more complex. That is where we need to use more technology, including the OR and other models also. Computer has come in a much bigger way to help us, facilitate us in taking a judicious decision. And for the youngsters who are connected to this webinar, for them at least I would say, machine does not, a system does not decide for us. A system only generates the data. It processes the data. When I say a system, it may be a computing system itself. It generates the data and it leaves us to take a call. I still remember the decision is taken by the owner who ultimately takes the risk of the business in the business context, if I say. Even if a finance manager or the production manager, or for that purpose, any other areas of functional management, the manager comes and tells the owner that it is wise not to take up a project which gives negative NPV, net present value, but the owner still says go ahead with the same project, which to your calculation gives a negative NPV. So decision is actually taken, ultimate decision is actually taken by the risk taker, the owner. So however, we are there. The management education itself is there to facilitate taking a judicious decision. Well, more so, when it comes to a decision, look, many of the management experts present here probably will agree with me that in about 1903, when we talked about the business, rather than the business policy instead of strategic management, it was basically the integration of functional areas of management. And the most effective method of teaching management education was a case study method. And when it is a case study, it is something referred to past. Today, the life is changing so fast, so fast, that a decision which is rather, or either the education which is rather given based on a case study may even become irrelevant, because that talks about a situation which was past. Now the decision has to be more futuristic, and we have to actually anticipate, as often people call it proactive. So we need to be more proactive. We have to assess we have to be forward looking. We have to assess the changing environment more fast and more inclusive, so that we will be able to really take a decision that will be more useful for success of the organization. So, like when it comes to innovation for that purpose, quickly to cite an example for the youngsters. Again, during our childhood, probably, at least in the Indian context, we did not have a washing machine. People used to have something like, particularly in the rural areas, there is a pond, so, or maybe river, and if not, there is a dig well or a tube well. So people used to clean the cloth and then to hang it in the sky, open sky to dry. But when it is like in the metros, where do you get space to dry the wet cloth? Where do you get a river to clean it? So the concept of washing machine came, and that is how the washing machine, earlier it was without a dryer, now things have changed. Again, further modification has taken place with a dryer, and probably time will not be that far where the machine will be fully integrated with a pressing process. I mean, when the cloth will come out completely pressed and folded. I think machines have also, I think, have already been, developed for that purpose. So the requirement is changing, and accordingly, we are also to take a call to really understand how fast the life is changing, how the changes are happening, both change in the internal environment as well as the external environment, how the taste of the consumers or the customers are changing, put together how the stakeholders as a whole are taking the business or the organization, and how therefore we are going to satisfy their expectation, meet their expectation. To that extent, we have to, I mean, the management education today has to reorient itself to integrate to the maximum extent technology into the education, and the research is obviously going to play a major role, because that is going to give us the information, either processed or unprocessed even, and that will give us a more direction for future research, in the sense how the knowledge is moving, the management education itself is moving. That will also be indicated through the research, and therefore research innovation will go hand in hand to strengthen the management education, and there will be no dispute and doubt about it. Question is therefore how fast and how quick, and more so, how much are we willing to integrate research innovation into management education is all dependent on the individual's own perception and choice. So I feel that we are moving forward with a positive note. I know the whole world is small today, so any development that is taking place, whether it is in the form of research or in the form of innovation or a choice and taste, I mean change in the choice and taste, we are very fast to know it. And so also in the mobile technology also we have seen. So therefore information flow is plenty, and we are in a better position than what we were, say, 30 years before, 20 years before, and even 10 years before. So for the youngsters also, as well as the management educators, we are having ocean of information with us, and we need to just pick up the information that we need in the right context and for the right purpose. So I think with these few words, I once again express my sincere thanks to Professor Nayak and all the members who had the patience hearing of what I said about in the simplest format, that I understand what management education is. And I'm very sure the keynote speaker will be also able to touch a few points of what Professor Nayak said, as well as what I see about management education. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mahapatra sir, for your excellent word and narrations and our very heart-touching concept to the related topic, research and innovation. And definitely what you told, that is very rightly understood, that research and innovation actually supplementary to one another. Somebody tells innovation starts where research ends, and somebody tells research starts when innovation ends. But whatever it may be, both are supplementary, there is no doubt. And you have rightly told that the machines should be always, the technology should be always adopted and interfaced with the business to tackle and to help it and to have the very speedy recovery and speediering of the information generation and to taking the decision. So definitely it has been observed that now when we talk of the technology and the research and innovation in the management education, and in lion's share that goes to the research and innovation in the thing is that how appropriately we can be utilizing the available technology, that particularly the ICT technology for practicing for the smooth running of the business and for the upward mobility of the business. Because we have already seen in the early 90s, internet come, late 90s, multimedia come, and all the technology has impacted to the business practices in a very huge way. Previously, we are tackling with only organized data, but after this internet and multimedia, the data available in different forms, the structured form, unstructured form, semi-structured form, that is not only in the format of the text and numeric, but in the format of the voice, sound, picture, and graphs, and all these things. And that is why there is the requirement and urgency of integration of the technology with the management practice. And that when that the integration of the recent and emerging technology to be adopted, like today we are talking of the machine learning, the IoT, artificial intelligence, business intelligence, all these things. So definitely the research and innovation keeps the center point in all these concepts. Thank you very much, sir. And all the points have been reflected in your very learned speech and very thoughtful speech. And we are really grateful for your gracious presence and deliberation of the inaugural address. Thank you very much, sir, once again with the folded hand. And Rohit, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I request Professor Nayak, sir, to please present the e-memento to our respected chief guest, sir.
Sir, it is just a token of love and affection that because due to the pandemic, we are at distance place. It is just the e-memento, but its physical form will be dispatched to you by the post or courier, and kindly accept this e-memento.
Thank you.
Token of love and
I accept it with all humility. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. So now we will proceed further, and it's a time for our keynote speaker's address. And our today's keynote.
Rohit, by the meantime, let me introduce Dr. Rajkumar, the Dean of Research and Development and Professor and Head Department of Commerce of the School of Management Science at Varanasi, and one of the very deep learner and researcher, as well as a very well-renowned speaker who will be today participating in the today deliberation. Rajkumar ji, I introduce with Dr. Mahapatra sir, who is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Odisha State Open University, Dr. A.K. Das Mahapatra, and Dr. Upender Dhar ji, who had been the renowned management expert of the international stature, and at present the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Sri Vaishnava University in the Dr. Rajkumar ji. And by the meantime, I also welcome Dr. Subhranshu Patnaik of Utkal University, who is also joined. Subhranshu, are you hearing me? And great congratulations to you from this platform that just 2 days back, your book, The Identity of Odisha, have been released at the residence of the Governor House of Odisha, Government of Odisha. Dr. Subhranshu?
Sir, I am here, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your comment.
Many congratulations from this forum and platform. You are one of the very regular well-wisher of our activities, and Dr. Subhranshu, and just like my one of the very beloved son, and what can I tell, academic son, and all these things. And we are proud of you because the book was keeps some high value and meaning also. The Identity of Odisha got released by the Governor of the Honorable Governor of the Odisha, the state of Odisha, just a couple of days back. Once again.
Thank you, sir. I will supply a sample copy for you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rohit, please.
Thank you, sir. So now we will move to further, and it's a time for keynote speaker's address. And our today's keynote speaker is Upender Dhar sir. But before we proceed, let me welcome the student, the Khushi Sinha, student of BBA 5th semester, for introducing our today's keynote speaker. Over to you, Khushi.
Good morning, everyone present over here. Thank you, Professor Rohit sir, for giving me this opportunity. I'm going to represent Dr. Upender Dhar sir. Dr. Upender Dhar is Vice Chancellor of Sri Vaishnav Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. Earlier, he was Group Additional Vice Chancellor and Pro Vice Chancellor Academics, Amity University, Noida. Founder Vice Chancellor of J.K. Lakshmipat University, Jaipur, Director, Institute of Management, Dean, Faculty of Management, and Dean, Faculty of Doctoral Studies and Research, Nirma University, Ahmedabad. Director, Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Indore. Professor of Management at NITIE, Mumbai. Reader at IMSDAVV, Indore, and lecturer at MD University, Rohtak. He has conducted more than 650 management and faculty development programs for the executive of major business houses and faculty member of academics institution respectively. He has also been guest faculty at IIM Calcutta, IIM Indore, IIM Trichy, and IIT Roorkee. Besides undertaking consultancy assignments, he has authored, co-authored, edited more than 700 publications. 36 scholars have been awarded PhD degree under his supervision by various universities. A fellow of ISCD and a strong proponent of case method, Dr. Dhar was conferred Ravi J. Mathal National Fellow Award by the Association of Indian Management Schools, AIMS, in 2018. He has been on the panel of reviewers of number of international journals, such as International Journal of Training and Development, Human Resources International, Journal of Global Business and Technology, and South Asian Journal of Management. He has also been on the panel of experts maintained by the NAC Bangalore, NBA Bangalore, ICSSR New Delhi, and SAQS Hyderabad. He was president of Anthropological and Behavioral Sciences section of the Indian Science Congress Association in 2007 and 2008, Indian Society for Training and Development in 2008 and 9, and Association of Indian Management Schools in 2014-15. He has also been member of the Council of Management of AIMA, member of ATMA, All India Board of Management Studies of AICT Rajasthan, State Productivity Council, Governing Board of Delnet, and member of the Executive Board of AMDISA. Dr. Dhar was awarded Commonwealth Fellowship twice to present his papers at the South Asian Management Forum held at Royal Institute of Management, Bhutan, and Lahore University of Management Science, Lahore. He was invited by the American Society for Engineering Management as resource person for case method during its international annual conference held at Minnesota in 2013. He had the opportunity to visit Ivy League institutions like Harvard Business School, MIT Sloan School of Management, and Yale University School of Management. He has also visited 18 countries for professional and academic interest. He has been on the high-powered expert committee constituted by MHRD, UGS, AICTE, and Honorable Government of Uttar Pradesh. Currently, he is a member of the Standing Committee on Specification of Degree of the UGC Act 1956, an expert group constituted for implementation of NEP 2020. He has also been resource person in the Leadership for Academian Program LEAP, sponsored by MHRD and organized by IIT Roorkee in 2018 and BHU Varanasi in 2019. With these previous words, I would like to welcome Dr. Upinder Dhar, sir. Open to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Chief guest, Professor A.K. Das Mohapatra, President of this session, this webinar, Professor A.K. Naik, Professor Rajkumar Singh, Professor Bhagwan Singh, Dr. Malay Naik, Professor C.N. Prasad, all other dignitaries who are present in this webinar, and my dear young students. At the outset, I would like to compliment the organizers for choosing a very appropriate theme, because research and innovation in education is one of the very important areas which is touched upon in various conferences across the country. You may be, if we recall, in 1925, if we see the literature, Mahatma Gandhi had famously included science without humanity and knowledge without character, along with the politics without principles and commerce without morality, in listing 7 social sins. Today we can see these social sins of modernity as central to unsustainability, ranging from climate disruptions and toxic waste to rampant inequality and poverty. The United Nations Sustainability Development Goals are arguably the most comprehensive modern attempt to tackle unsustainability challenges. Yet it remains to be seen if they can deliver the ambitious transformation in science, technology, politics, and commerce needed to avoid reproducing Gandhi's compellingly diagnosed syndromes and so achieve genuine sustainability. As we know that the United Nations has set 2030 as the year for achieving these, the 17 sustainability development goals. When it comes to innovation, innovation is not restricted to management education only. Innovation can be seen on a very wider platform. And it is believed that innovation is going to bring in the solutions for not only current problems, but also for the future problems. Innovation management is a focal point for many businesses today. If it is not a priority for your business, you risk stagnant product offerings and may succumb to the ever-present threat of disruption. See, this is applicable also to management education. So in management education also, continuous innovation is required. As all of you know, that we had National Education Policy 2020. It came in after a long period of 34 years. And this National Education Policy will be resulting into a number of innovations in the education system. Not only management education system, but in education system in totality. For instance, in the case of pedagogy, our pedagogy is going to change. There are innovations which are going to happen. Due to the pandemic, for last 2 years, we have been using online platform. Initially, most of us learned to deliver by learning the techniques by trial and error, because most of the people were not exposed to the tools and techniques of information technology for using for pedagogy, for teaching methodology. So many new changes are going to happen. So we may be using we are in fact already using synchronous modes, asynchronous mode when it comes to the online interaction with the students. Similarly, in curriculum also, innovations will be required. We shall have to be very choosy. We shall have to continuously keep on changing and innovating it. We shall have to be clear about what to teach and what not to teach. Anything that is obsolete needs not to be taught. So that continuous change is going to happen. Similarly, in assessment, we need to think of new ways of assessment. We need to assess or evaluate students differently, because all these ultimately would lead to the holistic development of the students. So keeping a focus on the holistic development of the students, we have to keep on innovating. Innovation management or an innovation management system is the process of managing new ideas, from ideation to taking action and making them become a reality. See, once we get an idea, then converting an idea into a reality, there is a journey. There are certain steps which need to be taken. Unless an idea is converted into reality, it has no meaning. So once an idea is created, maybe a creative idea, but then that idea needs to be implemented or applied in such a way so that innovation happens. So in broadly, there are 4 steps which are very much required. First is generating. Second is capturing. Third is evaluating. And the fourth is prioritizing. So in generating, what do we do? Brainstorming and employee input to uncover hidden concepts. Say, in the case of education, everybody needs to be involved in thinking about how to do things in a better way. What are the new ideas? So brainstorming is necessary. That results into generating the ideas. The second is capturing. Capturing refers to recording ideas in a way that is easily shareable with key stakeholders. That means key stakeholders in education are, say, students, parents, teachers, and all educational administrators and all others who relate to education. So after generating the ideas, we need to capture the relevant ideas, because every idea may not be applicable to a particular context. Say, for example, any idea may not be applicable to education. So we have to see the relevance. That's why capturing is important. Then we move to the third stage, that is evaluating. In evaluation, we discuss and criticize ideas to see if they fit your needs. Finally, prioritizing, which refers to deciding which innovative ideas will be executed to maximize time and other resources in the organization. Innovation management informs and is informed by high-level business targets that generate significant value for the institution. Create actions and practices. Certain actions and practices will result from innovation, just as innovation will follow as a response to the business, vision, and problems that arise. And also in the case of education. So education throws many demands, and we have to see what is happening in the environment. Keeping those demands in view, we need to innovate. In order to implement effective innovation management processes, one needs to have the excellent communication between people. So here people means various stakeholders, like say students, teachers, and so on, at all levels, and a collaborative environment to uncover additional innovative ideas. See, those organizations, those institutions, those companies, as I said, it cuts across the segments. That don't innovate will inevitably die. Just like, say, if we talk to organizations, business organizations, there are examples like Blockbuster, Borders, Polaroid, Kodak, which are not existing. Why? Because they didn't innovate. Same thing applies to education. Those institutions which would not continuously keep on innovating would not stand, would not stay. Note that these aren't mom and pop stores or early stage startups. They are giant brands. Say I mentioned these Blockbuster, Borders, etc., Kodak. They were big companies, big multinational companies. They had resources. Even then, they died. Even then, they could not stand because they didn't innovate. So one cannot be complacent. Same thing applies to the education also, that we cannot be complacent. So this new education policy has introduced many concepts which are going to bring a lot of changes in the education system. Say, for example, ABC, Academic Bank of Credit. A student can, like a saving, like you have a bank account, savings bank account, and you put in money, you draw money from the bank. So there is a record which is maintained. You renew, you go to the bank and renew the passbook. Or nowadays, even that is done online. So you get to know how much you have withdrawn, how much you have deposited, and so on. Same way, is going to happen with the education. In education also, a student can earn certain credits. Those credits will be deposited in his academic bank, and then he can withdraw such credits, that will utilize such credits for getting a certificate, for getting a diploma, for getting a degree, and so on. So what is important is that continuous innovation is important. We need to keep on innovating. There are certain pillars which are considered, if we look into the literature, and it has been identified that there are certain pillars of innovation management, which we need to pay attention to. There are 4 key pillars to innovation management, and they are applicable to industry and they are applicable to educational institutions as well. So that means they apply to management education also. Number 1, competency. Number 2, structure. Number 3, culture. And finally, strategy. These 4 pillars are very much relevant even to education. Say, for example, competency. One has to be competent. Say a faculty. Continuous faculty development is a must. Why? To keep on updating the competency level of the people, which is necessary. And the environment, the level of understanding of the students keeps on changing. The standard of the caliber, so to say, of the students keep on changing. So with the passing time, as we can see today, there are so many sources available for information. Therefore, the students today are more demanding. They demand more information. They demand, even sometimes they try to verify how far teacher knows. Therefore, a teacher has to be competent, and that competence cannot be once for all. One has to keep on developing oneself. So this is one part. Then structure of the organization. Structure of the organization has to be robust so that it does not succumb under the changing system. So as I mentioned about the 2020 National Education Policy, this is to be in any way implemented. In fact, implementation has already started across the country. So if the structure of an institution is robust, it can take it. It can bring about the change. It can facilitate the change to happen. But if the structure is not robust, it will crumble. It would not, that particular institution will not survive. Therefore, structure needs to be paid attention to. Third is culture. Culture has to be collaborative. Culture has to be ready for accepting the change. So in any educational institution, in a management institution, we have to be conscious about change. Change is something which is inevitable. Whether we like or not, change is going to happen. Therefore, we have to be ready to accept the change, but plan it in such a way so that it happens smoothly. Fourth, strategy. Whatever concepts are to be implemented, whatever we need to introduce, say, for example, NEP 2020, they say ABC. I mentioned about ABC just now. There is another concept which National Education Policy 2020 has introduced, that is multiple entry, multiple exit. So a student can exit a program anytime if he feels that he cannot continue at that time, and then he can again come back. So he may like to go to another institution. So no such bars will be there. So therefore, system has to be very robust, and it needs to be strengthened so that we can accept, we can facilitate these students leaving the institution, students coming to the institution in a particular program. Therefore, these innovations are very much required. Innovation will happen if these 4 pillars are taken care of. So if we take competency again, you see, your core competencies are the things your company or the institution does best internally, as well as better than the competitors. Say, fine, we may sometimes, an educational institution may feel that we have great teachers, but that greatness may be within the institution. It's an internal competency. When it comes to competing with other institutions, will our teachers stand? So they will stand only if we are continuously upgrading the competency level of the teachers. However, doing something well does not mean that it is important, because your competencies may not always align with your environment's wants and needs. There may be, for example, a great teacher, excellent teacher, but then unless he updates himself or herself, unless a teacher keeps on updating himself or herself, may lose the level of effectiveness that he had earlier. In terms of innovation management, it is helpful to distinguish your people or the competencies of your people from those of your organization, at large. Your employees or the faculty may have one-off competencies that apply in narrow contexts. In contrast, your organizational core competency revolves around its ability to direct and organize these capabilities around a market situation. Therefore, for the institutional competency, we should look for 4 broad abilities. 1, working with external partners and stakeholders. That is going to be faced by us when we talk of multiple entry, multiple exit. Why should a student leave? If he is leaving because we are not able to impart quality education, that is a kind of defeat. But if he is leaving because of his or her own reasons, that is okay. So working with external partners and stakeholders. So we should also collaborate with those institutions which we think are better than us. So that collaboration is very important. Similarly, maximizing the value of your current resources. So our resources should be continuously updated, upgraded, and maximized. Thirdly, setting concrete long-term and short-term goals. So we should set long-term and short-term goals. That is very important. Even for every student, it is necessary to set the short-term as well as long-term goals. Further, strategic management systems to achieve goals and review progress. So that continuous review is important. So that's why I said, when it comes to innovation, we need to innovate the evaluation methodology. We need to evaluate the method of assessment so that continuous assessment happens and we would know how far the student is progressing, how far he is progressing in terms of the learning that is happening. It helps to have someone within the institution that already has experience with innovation management. Similarly, when we talk of structure, whereas a competency has to do mainly with capability, structure refers to the systems and business processes or organizational processes, institutional processes present within the institution. Innovation control is essential, and the structure is what makes it possible. So structure is important. It is necessary in the educational institutions, say in the universities, we have board of studies, we have faculty of studies, we have academic councils and so on. What does that refer to? That refers to the structure, so that we ensure that whatever we do, it has to be done in a controlled manner. So we cannot change syllabus every 6 months. If we start saying that, okay, we are very innovative and start changing syllabus every 6 months, that will create a lot of confusion. So innovation has to happen, but there have to be certain monitoring and control that is ensured by the structure. The right structure is greater than the sum of its parts. It can empower the institution to operate more efficiently and produce more powerful ideas. Similarly, when it comes to culture, again, as I said earlier, culture is the third pillar. When it comes to managing innovation, culture of the institution will either magnify the success or severely detract from it. The right culture attracts and maintains innovators, whereas the wrong culture turns them away. So what is required, the point that I'm making, in an educational institution, in a management institution, we need to have the right kind of culture. So we need to be very clear about certain points which should be the elements of the culture. For example, the best idea wins. So we should be able to differentiate between the ideas and give more importance to what is considered the best idea. Similarly, speed to market. That means we have to be in tune with how things are changing around us. Ongoing learning. Learning has to be ongoing. It cannot, we cannot say that, okay, you have passed one particular degree, so your learning stops there. No, it has to be continuous. And then failure as part of the process. So culture, it should be inbuilt in the culture that failure is part of success. Failure is not something different. It is not opposite of success. It is not success is on one side and failure is on the other. No. If you look into the literature, if you look into the biographies and autobiographies of very known people, you would say they had failures. And failures only ultimately resulted into successes. So failure is not to be taken something as a threat. It should be taken as a part of success. So we should draw learnings from our failures. So it should be inbuilt in the culture of the institution. Further, strategy. Whatever we want to do, whatever we want to implement, say in next academic session, we have to plan. So whatever we want to implement in, say, 2 sessions, 3 sessions later, we have to plan. So long-term planning refers to strategy. We need to strategize. That strategy is very important. So these 4 pillars are very essential, very important for an educational institution also. Competency, as I said, that comes through continuous development programs. Second, structure, which should be robust so that it can take the changes. It can absorb the changes. Third, culture. It has to be absorbing culture. It should be facilitating culture. And finally, the strategy. Proper planning, short-term, long-term planning is very, very important. We may go for what happens in an institution. It can be an open innovation, which is an approach that operates with the philosophy of keeping an open mind. Open mind to what? Open mind to ideas generated externally. That is what is happening. Maybe something good is happening elsewhere. We can pick up if it is good. If it is really appropriate for us to take it up, instead of just those originate inside the company. So we should not become the frogs of the well. That means just jumping and we feel that this is the world. Jumping within the well. We have to look outside and see where better things are happening. So we should be able to adopt those better things. So that's what's called open innovation. Keep your mind open. This approach is the opposite of closed innovation. See, there is something closed innovation also, innovating within. But if we compare, open innovation is superior. As you can see from the graph, if we draw a graph of open innovation, closed innovation, you would see open innovation has an upper hand. Similarly, we talk about incremental innovation. That means making changes to happen gradually. So gradually we are changing the things. There can be even radical innovation. That means all of a sudden or in one go we make changes. Everything is changed. As there used to be one ad of some company of these bulbs that sabke sab badal dalunga. So sabke sab badal dalna hai, you cannot do it in one go. Don't do it. You have to have the incremental innovation. So incremental innovation helps us in absorbing the change. Similarly, sustaining innovation. These days we are talking about sustainable development goals. So innovation must sustain. It should not be done once and okay, theek hai, humne to kar liya tha, nahi ho nahi paya. That won't work now. And sustenance of the innovation process is very, very important. So innovation at the same time can be disruptive. There can be disruptive innovations. They are disrupting all that is happening. But then at the same time, culture has to be such, preparedness has to be such that change, that innovation is taken or it is well taken. Even these days, we talk about architectural innovation. That is, innovation is it is taking a process or innovation that already works in one area of the business and applying it across the architecture in different use. So, for example, we may make certain changes in a particular discipline, say engineering only, and later on, seeing the success of that innovation that we have made, we may introduce it into other disciplines, say humanities, management, and so on and so forth. So that also happens. This is called architectural innovation. This is something which we talk about these days. And I have already spoken about radical innovation. So, so far as the innovation is concerned, so far as the research is concerned, I would say that research and innovation go together. And in our NEP 2020, there is a lot of stress on research. What kind of research? Why should we do research? We should do research for social development. We should do research for continuous improvement in quality. Quality improvement cannot be one time. It has to be continuous. The research, the outcomes of research should influence the social development. So society must change over the period of time towards good. And that can happen only through research and innovation. That's why I said research and innovation go together. So management education is one of the potential disciplines where innovation has been happening. It is not for the first time. Innovation has been happening, and innovation would keep on happening, and it has to keep on happening continuously. You see, I have seen the days when we were using chalk and board only. So far as the methodology is concerned, pedagogy is concerned. 45 years back, 44 years back, when I started my career as a lecturer, those days we used to use chalk and board, nothing else. And if our hands were full of chalk dust, and even our pocket of the pen was seen as white, so we would say, yes, he has taught well in the class. He was well prepared. Now, over the period of time, we started using overhead projectors, OHP, to facilitate us. So lesser of chalk. Chalk was even then used, but lesser of chalk, but more presentations by using overhead projectors. And now today we have LCDs. So we are using more of PowerPoint presentations, less of chalk. And although chalk and board is still there, it is not obsolete, but at the same time, we are having multiple tools available. Today, we are having internet in the classroom. So we can, if we want to demonstrate anything, if we want to show to students what is happening in a stock exchange, we can take them while sitting in the class, we can take them to the stock exchange. So the point of these are various tools and techniques which are available today, but they have come because of innovation. These are innovations which have happened, and it will continuously happen. It will continuously keep on happening. And during the times to come, we may be using many more tools which are not available today. So I'm sure that this conference is going to throw great ideas, and all of us, all those who are attending the conference will be enriched by the wisdom of the speakers. So with these words, I would also once again like to thank Professor Naik for giving me an opportunity by inviting me to this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, from our core of heart. On behalf of the managing committee and behalf of all the society, Computer Society of India and Shikshak Kalyan Foundation, we express our sincere thanks for your gracious presence and such an excellent keynote address wherever you have really discussed regarding the basic, starting from the concept of research and innovation to its applicability as well as the practice. And really you have told very nice ideas that touch our heart. You told that failure is not, when you talk of the research and innovation, there is a chances of the failure there, but failure is not the mean for failure. The failure is also another phase of the success. हमको याद आता है, कोई बोला है, जो गिरता है वो हार नहीं जाता है, जो गिर जाता है वो हार नहीं जाता है, जो गिर कर फिर नहीं उठता है वही हार जाता है. That was the central theme of idea of your points, and you told excellently, because एक जीत में कोई सिकंदर नहीं बनता है, धीरे धीरे चलते रहो भाई, एक ना एक दिन मंजिल जरूर मिलता है. So that is the nice idea that you have told, and you told regarding the innovation and particularly the technological innovation, what has happened in the education, starting from the education 1.0, when there was a Gurukula ashram, simply the teacher and people were sitting under the tree and the education was going on, then chalk, duster, blackboard, which became the education 2.0. Then we utilized the electronic and electrical tools, electronic tools like television, like telephone, like all the thing, multimedia technology that became the education 3.0, open and distance learning system came. And today in the NEP 2020, the education practice of the education 4.0 has also given the stress when we will be shaping of a complete online education system. And I do think that 40% of the teaching and training will be dominated by the online system. Perhaps it is one of the stress of the new education policy. Thank you very much, sir, for giving such a nice deliberation and excellent deliberation. Really, I do think the community who are participating in this webinar, they will be extremely and optimally benefited by from your thoughtful and insightful talks and deliberation. Thank you very much, sir. Once again, thank you very much.
Before we thank Upendra sir, I request Dr. Nayak sir to please present our today's keynote speaker, Upendra sir, the e-memento.
Sir, it is for the token of love and affection. Okay, it will deliver you physically also. Please kindly accept our love and respect.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
It's another innovation.
It is another innovation. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Let me welcome let perhaps Rohit, the Honorable National Convener of the Shiksha Kalyan Foundation, Dr. Jagdish Ji, has already been connected. Jagdish Ji, hearty welcome to this international webinar, and you are the key personality for bringing the Shiksha Kalyan Foundation, which is a national body, and doing so much tremendous work for recognizing the talents of the teachers and the teachers and the gurus, and by delivering the Dr. Abdul Kalam Shiksha Ratna Award, as well as the Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan Shikshak Sanman Award, and many more. And recently we have conducted the award ceremony by inviting two prominent ministers of the Union Government of India, the Honorable Minister of State for Education and Minister of State for the Law and Social Justice, at the Executive Club at the New Delhi, and the award function has been conducted very successfully. Jagdish Ji, and perhaps Jagdish Ji has disconnected, Rohit, or connected, but I was seeing
I'm just still searching him, sir. I think I am still searching him, sir. I think he's disconnected now, sir.
Whatever it may be, our great respect to him, and he has been connected. And you should also welcome one of my very beloved students, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Jha, is also continuously watching our program. At present, he is the Technical Director of National Informatics Center at Darbhanga. Rajiv, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. You are completely audible, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay. Welcome. Thank you. We acknowledge your presence also. Okay, Rajiv had been my student long back. I think you had been the student in the 90s.
91, 93, sir.
91, 93. Very good.
Sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And at present, he is working the Technical Director of National Informatics Center at Darbhanga.
Sir.
Okay, Government of India. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rohit, please proceed. We are running late. And now we are having one of the very respectable speaker and tremendous speaker. Rajkumar Ji is waiting since a long time.
Thank you so much, sir. And now we will proceed further. And it's a time for our next speaker's address, our invited speaker. And our today's first invited speaker is Professor Dr. Rajkumar Singh, sir. So for that, I would like to
Rajkumar.
Yes, sir, Rajkumar Singh. Yeah. So for that, I would like to call Ayushi Mishra, the student of BBA 5th semester, for introducing Rajkumar, sir. Ayushi Mishra. Okay, no issue, sir. So let me introduce Dr. Rajkumar Singh, sir. Professor Dr. Rajkumar Singh, sir, has done MBA, Institute of Management Studies, BHU, PhD, E-Commerce, VBS, Purvanchal University, UGC NET Management, PG Diploma in Expert Management, IIEM, PG Diploma in Journalism and Mass Communication, and CYP, BHU. Professor Singh is University Grants Commission Merit Scholarship holder for being topper in BHU. Professor Singh, PhD, has topic a study strategic issue of brand management in the healthcare sector with special reference to the Varanasi city. He passes around 30 years of academic and industrial experience before joining the academics. He has served the corporate world for over 20 years as a management professional in the field of consumer durables, FMCG, pharmaceutical sectors in the various leadership roles like CEO and group general managers in different national, multinational companies. Presently, Professor Singh is served in the SMS Varanasi School of Management Sciences Varanasi, which is UGC NAC A graded self-finance autonomous institute affiliated by the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow, and Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth University, Varanasi. SMS Varanasi claims India's under top 50 leading B schools. Professor Singh is the professor, member of Academic Council, Professor Dean, Research and Development, and Head of Department of Commerce of SMS Varanasi, Chairperson of Center for Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Skill Development, Chairperson for Center for Advanced Research and Development, Chairperson, Board of Studies, Coordinator of Consultancy and MDP Cell, Chairperson of Center for International Relations, Coordinator of International Accreditation Cell, Coordinator of AACSB, International Accreditation Committee Secretary of Executive Committee on Sponsored Research Projects and International Consultancy, Senior Member of IQAC, NAC, NBA, Terms of SMS, Varanasi, and President, Institutional Innovation Council of Varanasi, and an initiative of Ministry Education Government of India. Professor Singh is also an advisory board member of International Startup Mentor Team of FIED, Foundation of Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development of IIM Kasipur. So with all these words, I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Rajkumar Singh sir for invited speakers address.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling me. And first, I would like to have a Sadar Pranam to Professor A.K. Nayak sir for his invitation to me. And
Thank you.
he has been always a source of inspiration for all of us. And I would like to also have my greetings to all the honorable members who are sitting over here. A very pertinent topic has been chosen, the research and innovation management education. Last from 2 years, the entire humanity is suffering from the COVID. And the most suffered one has been the education. And as you all know, education is one thing which, if it is disturbed for 2 years, the effects will be seen for next 10 to 15 years that we are seeing today. There is a saying by the Charles Darwin of the survival of the fittest. And we need to not only survive, but we have to be fit. This is the knowledge economy, and knowledge economy can only run through the innovative researches. Researches are going on, no doubt, in the National Education Policy 2020. It has been emphasized on that part. Challenges are too many. In spite of having the best brain in India, the major issue is that in top 200 universities of the world, very sadly, we are nowhere. In spite of so many claims, so many researches, so many other aspects. Where is the problem? We need to understand why we are not able to do so. Why the same brain goes to US, goes to European countries, create researchers, good researchers, but why not here? We need to understand that now, independently, we cannot do anything. We need to be interdependent. We need to work on the collaborative researches, problem-solving based researches. Recently, we have seen the example of the development of Covaxin, developed by the Oxford University and the Bharat Biotech. This kind of relationship, research relationship is required. Reason is that the the most side effect of all these things we have seen during the last 2 years is that the thinking ability of the student has been changed. We need to work more on the research part, the behavioral dimension. We need to explore that part, because now we are suffering less from the pandemic and more from the infodemic. Lot of information. And through the online mode educations, which is going on and coming on, we are seeing the side effects. Gradually, this is coming, because education is not just an information. The conversion of information to knowledge, to synthesize it, and to further synthesize the knowledge into wisdom, this is the role of education. Recently, it has been announced that there should be an opening of the digital university. It's a welcome step to increase the reach. But we need to understand what will be its impact. We need to do research on that. Professor Naik has said about the education 4.0, no doubt. Since we are at the age of industry 4.0, we need education 4.2. We need a society 4.2 also, so that we can supply the proper human resource to the educationist. But what we are saying, that with the increasing of the digitalization and mechanization, that human touch is lacking. Gradually the human touch is lacking in industry. Mutual conversation, mutual relationship, mutual communication is decreasing. And I'm afraid the same thing is going to happen with the education 4.2 also. When you increase the digitalization, dependency on the technology becomes more, the human touch will be lacking. There is a very pious relationship between the teacher and the student. I was just saying, when Professor A.K. Naik sir has remembered his one of the alumnus, Rajiv Kumar, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chan, 91-93 batch. Now this is 22. After 30 years, he is remembering. Can you remember a student who has come from the online education or a hybrid mode? That is too dangerous, because you are giving an easy option. Who will be there to synthesize the information to knowledge and knowledge to wisdom? There cannot be any substitute of teacher. Because education institutions are to make the character building. It is not just meant to produce the robots. We need to be careful about that. I'm seeing a great danger, because already our researchers part are quite weak. I don't want to blame anyone, but this is just a fight between the quantitative and qualitative part of research. We are having number of research papers. You will hear scholars with hundreds of research papers. It seems that every month they are having one research paper. How they are doing a research that they produce a research paper in 1 month? So this rat race of API, this is creating a great dent on the entire education system. We need to focus on the qualitative part. That's why we are lagging behind. We are having a pressure from various accreditation bodies. I'm afraid whether we teachers will become a clerk, just we will be focused on the documentation and writing the things and all these things. Teacher is a teacher. We need to think in that direction. Although in new national education policy, there has been a focus on formation of the National Research Foundation. Great idea. But we need to understand that how this will work, how we can be in top 200 universities. Because any research, any innovation is of no use if it is not going to solve the problem of the society, environment, individual, industry. We need to focus on that part. And one of the major reasons which I find, that we have forgotten the importance of the triple helix model, where the industry academia and government has to work together. Government is doing his job well, no doubt. Academia is also doing their job well, no doubt. But what about their correlation? Industry is also doing their job well. But what is their interaction? What is their coordination? Is industry approaching to the academia to solve their problem? Is academia is approaching industry to solve their problem? Is government is hearing the problems of the industry and academia and making them collaborated? We need to think in that direction. Idea generation has always been a big issue for anyone. For any innovation, the first step is the idea generation. And that's why nowadays the focus is on the design thinking approach. Means instead of having an empirical data, you empathize, you experience. There's a beautiful term in Hindi, samvedana. To understand the vedana of others as your own vedana, the pain of others as your own pain. The researches, real researches comes from that side. Take any successful model, business model. Take the case of Flipkart, for example. That has worked on that 3C, the choice, convenience, and cost. This has been empathized by the promoters because that empathy will only generate to define the problem and ideate it. And then when you develop a prototype, again, remember, the innovation is a dynamic process. It's not a static process. You have to continuously iterate and reiterate. It's not the one thing, just one way, because human behavior is changing. Requirements are changing. Environment is changing. The entire ecosystem is changing. So you need to have a problem-solving approach. Just think as a consumer. We don't just buy a product or service. We actually buy a solution. Any startup don't just sell a product or service. They actually sell a solution. So whether our researches are solution-oriented or not, although on Global Innovation Index, our position is improving. Last 5-6 years back, out of 131 countries, our position was 112. This year, our position has improved and we are now 46. But still 45 countries are ahead of us. Why so? In the Global Innovation Index, the ranking, the major scoring is being done on the basis of the number of patents filed by us. Government is promoting it. Government is doing his job, their job well. They are providing subsidy. They are providing all sort of funding and everything. Every day on social media, we are seeing people are claiming we are having this much of patent, this much of patent, this much of patent. But still our position is weak. Because in the global innovation indexing, one of the major factors is that how many of your patent has been converted into a feasible, viable product in the market. And I'm giving you data. In India, less than 1% of the patent is being converted into a product into a market. Means more than 99% patents are just a certificate. This is not going to serve the purpose. In Western countries, the norms are quite tight. They don't allow any patent normally, which has not been converted to a product or service in the market. So unless such kind of terms and conditions are being laid down, the researchers will not going to give result, whether it is management. Management is not a stream which is independent. It is, it's an applied area of different streams. We are focusing on the product innovation part. Of course, the technology is needed, no doubt. But I've just given you one example of 3C approach. We require to focus on the service innovation part. Service industry is one of the fastest growing industry in a country like India. Because product can be easily copied. Copying a service is a very difficult. Because service delivery mechanism, the service is being delivered by a human being. And copying a human being is next to impossible as per the Mendel law also. No two persons are same. So when you focus on the service innovation part, easily you distinguish yourself from the others. and you minimize your competition but for that, you need to understand the human behavior. You need to continuously do the research in understanding the human behavior. What our generation was different. What respected Professor A.K. Naik's generation was different. What my student generation is different. Continuously, the things are changing. And the technology is now entering in our life. Earlier, when we are using this term drone technology or listening this drone technology term, we are thinking that this is something which is different. We are not aware of that. But now see, the drone technology has entered in our home. Go to the marriage functions. The job of the videographer has been taken by the drone technology. Now the videography is done by the drone. And the person who are having a video camera in their hand, now they are having the remote control on them. So their skill set has changed. It is expected that by 2030, the 50% of the present skills will be obsolete. We need to focus on that part. Professor Naik has very elaborately mentioned about that, how the various aspects of IT is entering in our life. The things are changing. Things are becoming global. And when your things are changing, you are becoming global. You need to protect your property. Most important, the intellectual property, IPR. You need to think of how you have to protect your patents, your design patents, your trademarks, your copyrights, your GI, geographic indicators. And since the management education is the topic of this conference, for us, students like management, we don't have any practical tool except the case study. What the Honorable Vice Chancellor has said about that. But what should be the way to develop the cases? Before 20 years, we were having the maximum case from the European cases or American cases. Good thing is that now the Indian cases has been started. But I think apart from that, we should focus on the local cases. In one of any street shop in Varanasi, there is a street shop, Cheer Sagar. Now it has started a chain of street shop and opened 9 street shops in Banaras and even Delhi. This can be a case study. Because if you want to develop the entrepreneurship, you have to produce the entrepreneurs as a role model. The society has to give respect. Unfortunately, especially in this region of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Jharkhand, we don't respect the entrepreneurs. We respect the job seekers. And if you give respect to them, they will become the role model. No doubt, sustainable development has been talked about. But we need to focus more on that triple P bottom line approach. Being a student of management commerce, we have been emphasized from very beginning that profit is important. Profit is inevitable, no doubt. But we have ignored the planet in the entire development process. And result we are seeing on people. The recent COVID, no medicine was there. Only thing we have been told that you have to develop your immunity system. Why our immunity system is weak? We are having a longevity of 100 years. We are using to say Shatayu. Why it's so weak? Because we have compromised with our environment. So when you will disturb the planet will disturb the people. We need to have a proper balance, and that the researches has to be going on in that way. And that's why the management research has to move its direction toward the green innovation, the green technology, and development of the green entrepreneurship. Because who will produce that product in the market? Who will deliver that product in the market? They are the green entrepreneurs. And accordingly, we need to, although so many things have been mentioned in the new national education policy, focus has been on the learning outcome-based curriculum framework, adoption of the Bloom's taxonomy. But how the things has to be changed into a quantitative term, it's a question, big question. Because qualitative aspects cannot be quantified. How this has to be judged? What should be the way? A research direction should be in that way. The choice-based credit system was discussed. See, this is an era of specialization and super specialization. We cannot give a way to escape that if it is difficult, I will not study this subject. You have to be specialized. You have to study this subject. This kind of skill is required by the industry. And I think one of the entrepreneurs is also there in this panel. He can tell you in much better way. If they need a specialized people, they will need it. So the few aspects are there. Just I would like to sum up with one thing, that we should not adopt blindly the Western model. We need to adopt the Indian model. India is the oldest civilization in the world. We are having our own education ethos. In the new national education policy, an effort has been done in this direction. This is a welcome step. We have to think in this way. We have to research in this way. And we have to evolve this way by the togetherness. Thank you very much, sir, for providing me this great opportunity to share my views, and looking to this paucity of time. I have to take care of the other speakers also. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, so much, Rajkumar, my most beloved younger brother, for your excellent remarks and presentation on research and innovation. And very rightly you told so many points, which is actually very heart-catching. The one thing that you started with, that this online education system, though I am always advocating for the education 4.0, being a technocrat, being a IT professional, but it cannot replace our traditional education system. It cannot fill up or bridge that gap. Which gap will be created due to each in between the teacher and the students, that cannot also able to patch up the emotional bindingness of the teacher and the students. That is the thing. That is what has been told in the Shastra, that Gyanti bhi bante naiva churana pi nanyate dan nankhyangadati cha vidyaratnam mahadhanam. शिक्षक एक ऐसा चीज होता है जो ऐसा अमूल्य रत्न का धनी होता है, जिसको ज्ञानती भाई बंधु कुटुंब कोई बंटवारा नहीं कर सकता है। ज्ञानती भी बंटे तो नहीं, वह चुराना भी नियते, तो चोर भी चुरा के नहीं ले सकता है। और जितना शिक्षक दान करता है, प्रसन्न मन में दान करता है, इतना बढ़ते रहता है। दाने नंख्यदाति तो विद्यारत्न महाधनम। तो स्टूडेंट का सामने, this is the main important thing, that his teacher always becomes a model. But in online system, who is the model before, and who will be their ideal them, and to whom they will be following. So that's one of the very important things you have told. The second point you told very remarkably, research doesn't mean that only the documentation which is running in the current practice, and patents are being getting published and certification, so many patents and so many things. That means our researchers are giving more concentration on documenting the things rather than thinking and innovating something. So that is the main thing. Research should come spontaneous. The orientation and binding by research event should be a very spontaneous generation of the mind and heart. That the combination of mind and heart to have the proper devotion towards the research, not only by the documentation, just by compiling the document you cannot tell. And another thing that you have told, that what happened, that is why perhaps 1% of the patents that is getting registered is not coming to the shape of the finished product. But what do we mean? Really the meaning of research and innovation, that means you will have to come from starting of the idea generation to have the finished product. That we tell that is the research, the successness of the research and innovation, starting from the idea generation to the finished product, and which is lagging behind in the Indian environment. Only the people are running after the certification. That is why perhaps 1% of the registered patents are not being able to be converted to the finished product. These are the very important things that you have taken. And another thing that you have told, that in the new education policy 2020, irrespective of the branch of the studies, irrespective of the whether it is management, engineering, and all these things, lot of importance has been given to research and innovation. The country that is that one point you have told so far, might be including the research on forestation, that on the green entrepreneurship, as well as the oceanography, and leading towards the blue revolution, because that is a great potentiality there. After the industrial revolution, white revolution, green revolution, we are moving toward the blue revolution, where the lot of researches should be conducted on the oceanography, as well as the great potential of the water and all these things. and how it can be successful for creation of the alternative energy from the wind energy, water energy, from the ocean water, and all these things. And the green river. Another thing that we should have to upgrade, make the upward mobility in the green revolution, because the smart agriculture is to be also research will be generated for having the smart agriculture, because we will have to integrate the technological inputs and technological parameters to the agriculture sector also, because India is a country of free agriculture, forestation, agriculture, as well as the other related area, the blue revolution, all these things in which the new education policy, education 2020 is giving stress upon. And you very rightly you have told and pointed out a lot of points where we should have to have the orientation. Thank you very much once again on behalf of this, our group of institution, managing board and management committee, students and teachers community, as well as the CSI Patna chapter and the Shiksha Kalyan Foundation. Thank you very much, and thank you,
sir. Thank you very much for inviting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Naik sir. So now I request Dr. Vinay Kumar Singh sir, the director IIBM Patna, to please come and present the e-memento to our invited speaker, Professor Raj Kumar Singh sir.
Respected sir, the memento to be given to you in virtual mode. Please accept the same.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for beautiful memento. Thank you very much.
The same will be sent to you by physical transport methods.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. What a beautiful memento.
Thank you very much, Rajkumar ji.
Thank you, sir.
So now we will proceed further, and it's a time for another keynote speaker, another invited speaker's address. And our next invited speaker is Professor Dr. Bhagwan Singh sir. So for that, I would like to call Rishika Raj, the student of the...
Rohit,
yes, sir.
Rohit, before inviting my beloved son Bhagwan, we should also welcome our beloved daughter-in-law. She is also watching the program, so Dr. Sunita Dadav. She is also there. I found that she is also connected. Make a hearty welcome to her.
Welcome to you, ma'am.
सारे जोनिंग में चेहरा दिखाई प्रणाम बोलिए
Sunita, very hearty welcome. Carry on.
So I request Rishika Raj, the student of BBA first semester IIBM Patna, to please come to and introduce our another invited speaker.
Thank you, Professor Rohit sir. I am going to introduce Professor Dr. Bhagwan Singh sir. So Professor Dr. Bhagwan Singh sir is the Professor of Management Sciences, Head Department of Business Administration and former Finance Officer, Central Ministry of Jharkhand, Ranchi. Professor Singh has 20 years of teaching experience, which includes administration experience. Also he was the founder, Dean, School of Commerce and Management Studies, Central University of Himachal Pradesh. His education qualification includes PhD, MBA, PGDCA, BCom, and his area of interest are strategic management, marketing, advertising, and information technology. He has also supervised 4 PhD in the domains of net banking, green marketing, and mobile marketing. With these words, I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Bhagwan Singh sir for invited address. Sir, please.
Sir, please unmute, sir. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and it's really honor to be here on this platform again. And thanks to our Honorable Professor A.K. Nayak sir and his team of IIBM, Professor Rohit and Harshita and Dr. V.K. Singh. It's really great to be in the personality of August gathering, where Professor Arka Kumar Das Mohapatra, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open Universities, was present as inaugural address and chief guest, and Professor Upendhar from Honorable Vice Chancellor from Sri Vaishno Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya Indore. Right now he is in Dubai, and he has given a very nice keynote address. And my friend and big brother also, Professor Rajkumar Singh from School of Management Sciences, Varanasi, to hear them about the speeches they have given regarding research and innovation. They have talked about national education policy. Now, new education policy has shifted as national policy. So all the speakers, like Professor A.K. Das sir has told, and Professor Upendra has told, that innovation about exiting and education, these have been told to you. Now, what I would like to stress is that I would like to share my screen to tell the research and innovation on the latest technology we are talking about. Latest technology we are talking about means that how the business and research can go in front together. So if permitted, Rohit, can I share my screen?
Yes, sir, you can. You can, sir. You can, sir.
Thank you. So it is just a mere beginning that I could share my screen so that it is visible to all. Please let me know if it is any issues are there.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible, completely visible.
So is it moving also?
Yes, sir. It is moving.
Okay. So in research and innovation in the management education, that is the topic of today. And my topic of discussion today is internet-based marketing to promote business and research. Now, how to promote the business and research? Through the use of technology and research and innovation. Let me tell what will be the agenda of discussions today. What is research and innovation? What is customer centricity? What is difference between traditional and web-based marketing? Basic types of media today for products plus services, that is provises. Why need websites for e-marketing? What is email marketing? How does brand and branding and viral marketing helps in provises? What is now talked about mobile-based marketing? This is very much trending now. Then we can discuss on any queries if we have. So what is research and innovation? Now you can see what is innovation. Innovation today, as you can say, that immediately Professor Nayak has innovated due to pandemic. We cannot have the physical contribution to each other and we cannot move from places to places, and how to give the token of love. So this is the best example, and thanks to you, sir, that you started this scenario to give us a token of love, like you have given to Professor A.K. Das, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, and to Professor Upendra Dhar, sir, and to Professor Rajkumar, sir. So this is the part of the innovation. And I readily adopted in my presentation slide. This is how the innovations are adoptable. So this is the way we can talk about the business increase and business marketing and web-based advertising to increase the promotion. So this is the recent best example I could share to you all about recent technology and innovations. These are the pics. While going this online webinar, I created the slides. So you can see the power of the innovation, power of the research you can do, power of the innovation you can do through e-technologies. Today, the technologies has empowered us to do so. Professor Rajkumar, sir, he must be hearing today. He may be not on the video right now, but if he is seeing that, he is seeing that he's smiling very nicely today in front of us. And this today is at boom also. We can take out the pictures, we can put, we can do in Instagram, we can use in the LinkedIn, we can use on the Facebook, and we are viral today. So I'll be talking about a viral marketing also. So this is how the certificate is delivered immediately to him. Now he has not to wait to put his credential that how powerful he is. So this is the way of the research and innovation, how much power it consists among itself. So how the business can be launched. Now the launching of the business parameter can be discussed further. What is it? Welcome to customer centricity. Now today 4 P's are converted as 4 C's. Now we have crossed the level of 4 P's into 7 P's and 7 C's also. So let me discuss the prima facie of the marketing mix evaluation, and that has promoted to customer centricity, like product converted as customer needs, price converted at cost to customer, promotion converted as communication, and place converted as convenience. And this has been done due to the emergence of internet, the online shopping trends, and the real market players indulge in online business. Now, what do we mean by consumer? As we mean by consumer is product capability, capability to match, consumer orientation, price paid by customer, that is cost, value versus price mapping, that is cost, then convenience, convenience to purchase. I mean, I am sitting at home and I want to purchase pizza. I will order to Domino's. I can order to Pizza Hut. If I am here to purchase the apparels, I can go to Myntra, Meesho, all these sites and purchase by my laptop sitting here. And the delivery, I have not to pay even. I can go by the COD, cash on delivery, or payment mode I can decide. I can use my credit cards even if I don't have the cash in my house. So this is the convenience, location to deliver service of the product. Then communication. Communication now is very much filtered, very much precise, very much candid. This is because of the technology innovations. We are gradually innovating the technology. Then, as I told, product provides customer solution. Price represents customer cost. Place provides convenience. Promotion provides enables two-way, that is communication. So this way, one by one, these P's are discussed. So marketing strategy, how to gain more and more customers, how to gain more and more customers. That is the importance. That is the strategy that has to be converted into goals. Today, marketing techniques and marketing tactic has to engage directly the early customers to become loyal promoters. This is the way we go about. Then traditional versus marketing. Now, traditional versus marketing means that we are developing on the cost. We are talking about messaging. We are talking about accessibility. That is how the digital marketing win this win and hands-on. How the messaging digital platforms help to the business to reach out to the maximum. The accessibility, the arrivals of smartphones, and the power of a smartphone done generated to the next level. I mean, nobody is loving to purchase a camera as we usually did in our days. We used to put the reel on the camera and we would pull, and one picture cost was too much. I mean, we used to have one click and maximum we could develop and have the photo frames and envelopes were filled. Today, GBs of GBs are videos and online clouds available to upload the photographs. And nothing is displayed in the house. I mean, it's all on the digital platform. As it's a defect also, disadvantage also, Professor Singh, Rajkumar sir has talked about. That today the education has got. Sir Nayak sir is remembered 20 years relationship, 30 years relationship, because we have been physically at the disposal of him. We have met many times, several times in the classrooms and others. But what about the students? I am talking here and I am not aware how many listeners are there apart from just seeing the chats of 43 or 56. And how much this video will be streaming, I don't know. Who is downloading, I don't know. I may be the popular person, but I don't know who is being. So this is the drawback also, but this is the fancy of the internet also, that nobody knows, but you are selling your products, you are selling your services. This is the power of the technology. This is the power of the innovations. So accessibility, the arrival of smartphones. Today, the Realme, they have announced 34,000 price. Realme, with 4 cameras and the lens style is too good. The picture quality is too good. Apple phone, their photo quality and their video streaming is tremendously offbeat in the market. And that's why they charge offbeat prices. I mean, the phone is obsolete around about 1.2, 1.4. And they are going to launch a new generation, generation 4. Now, this innovation is only taking place and people are purchasing, standing in the queue. So what is the demand we are generating? Demand we are generating is the easiness of the customer to purchase any product or services. That is called provisos. And this way, today the drone delivery services will be highlighted. Today, anything you can get your doorstep. You have not to switch out of your window also. You are on the 18th floor, 19th floor, 20th floor. Doesn't matter. You have not to come down. Neither the watchman has to deliver the product, or the Amazon person has to climb the window or the lift to deliver that product. He will just switch the drone on until the 20th level. He will knock at you with the drone to you, and he will deliver the product or provisos and the services. So this is how the technology is penetrating in our household day-to-day life. So how this traditional has changed into internet-based marketing. Then basic types of media. Now, media has drastically changed. Today, we may read newspaper or not. Today, we may listen to the FM radio or not. Today, we may watch or not the TV of news telling about the Ukraine and about the details. It's too late for these media to cope up with the multimedia, that is a smartphone news, e-news. I mean, I was taking the class and I got the news that Ukraine Kyiv has been sabotaged by the Russian. And in the evening, I came to the real news that yes, still the Kyiv is in the hands of the Ukraine. And the president of Ukraine is saying that no, we are still fighting. And memes are still rotating in the WhatsApp messages, Instagram, everywhere. So what is this? This is the power of technology. This is the research they have developed. Within a minutes, the activity is going and it is flourished in the viral marketing. So this is the power of the multimedia. So each tactic can help you to generate more leads, sales, traffic, referrals, signups, and brand awarenesses. And the content marketing, email marketing, conversion rate optimization, social media marketing, influence referencing. These are the tools through which you can talk about how to viral. Why person or providers needs a website? I mean, why we require this technology? Number one, to be accessible. Number two, to think local before you think big. I mean, it's very nice term I have used, and I used my management student to more use that, like product plus services, you can call it provisos. Same way, global plus local, you can directly call global. We are selling the global products today. So you first think the local, which commodity you can purchase. Like we are aware of Banarsi saris, we are aware of Shimla Mirch, we are aware of Kullu salts, we are aware of the, in the Jharkhand, we are aware of coal mines, we are aware of the copper. So how to sell these natural resources or the local products, the Kangra painting, the Varanasi, we have the best outsell of Banarsi Pan, Banarsi Lassi. How we can penetrate the market? Banarsi Rasgullas, they have their own demands. So first think local before you are thinking global, and then convert it to local. Think multi-channel. Now today, the mere marketing or your prices cannot go just like a single channel market. You cannot think that you have given the ad in the newspaper and you will work. Your sales will be high or your turnover will have impact. No, you have to think multi-channel and nurture your loyal customers. Today, the customer-centric generation, the customer centricity, as I talk, is much, much more important. So, need for website. Business will gain credibility. A website saves your money. It enables to keep customers informed. It is mostly accessible. Then independence of location. You did not have a location today. You can, it's a boundary-less event. You can sell to America, Africa, China, anywhere, wherever the government permits or wherever the logistics and supply chain management exists. Then a website makes possible to target the vendor market. It provides a medium on which you showcase your work. It saves time. It improves customer service. Then websites never sleep, 24/7, it's on. It's improve your customer. I have prepared the PPT, and within seconds I changed to this, and I adopted that certificate system and all and the pictures which we are right now running. So websites are not just local, they are global. They are global. Then 7 P's they have converted into 7 C's. So customer-based strategies. How do you build a customer-based marketing? That is the approach the company are searching and they are trying to receive. And we give the consultancy for that. Then trust and media choices. Now, how the media is working here? What is the level of the media working here? So this is what I'm talking. Is my slide moving?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, is it reflecting?
It is only on the cost, messaging and acceptability.
No, I have crossed so many slides.
Oh, no, then it is not moving, sir.
Oh. Your screen is paused. Why? Stop.
Sir, you must be open some another window, sir.
No, I am in the same window. I'm in share screen. You must have told it. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, is it sliding?
Yeah, now it is sliding. Why persons or yeah.
Yeah. And I'm confident that we just tell me anyway.
Sure. Sir.
Why persons? I have talked all this. Be accessible, think local, think multi-channel, nurture your loyal customers, then business will gain credibility. Let's have a revision. It enables to keep customer, it's mostly accessible, then it is independence of location, then medium, it saves time, it improves customer service, then website never sleep, that is it's 24/7, then it's a local better than global. It established more customers. I hope now it's moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then 7 P's converted to how do we reach customers?
Yeah.
Identify the group of potential individuals, build the right message, content and context, trust media choices. We have to trust the media. Then web-based advertising. Now, this is the running trend today. Banner ad. You phone and your Truecaller sends a message that you can purchase on Meesho. You dial to your friend and again it says that the big sale is on Big Bazaar. Is it? So this is how the web-based advertising, banner ads and banner exchange network and banner advertising network is working today. I mean, if you are downloading any app, they ask whether you want it ad-free or you want to pay for it. And what the public choose? What do the public choose? They choose ad-free. And in context, what they do? They close the ads when dial after it is coming, doesn't matter. Ghana.com, you are listening the daily Ghanas and enjoying the latest plus the traditionals. But what you are saying only what? You are seeing the music. Now what the web-based advertisers have done, they do not want to skip the ad. You have to see the ad because you are purchasing their app for free. So this is how the advertising helps. And the cost per thousand, trail visit, page view, advertising on the web, pop-up advertising, ad blocking software, click streams. These are the tools of the advertising. Now, how to design the effective email promotion. Now, this is plan your email campaign. When planning your email campaign, consider the following. Who is your target audience? What are your objectives? What is your budget? Plan the email campaign well in advance of your send date. You just cannot send email. As you want to discuss or just as a casual approach while doing the business. No, you have to send the email in a proper planned manner. Otherwise, you lose your customer. Segment, personalize, and be relevant. I mean, this is very important while planning email. Use the information you have identified about your customer to send them targeted, relevant messages. Segment your customer list, and if possible, develop specific offers for each target audience. Write a great subject line. You know, subject line only appears in the email. You have also visualized it. If the subject line is not attractive or it is not purposeful, it's useless. Seeing the subject line, mails are deleted or they are sent to the spams. So it's the first thing your customer will see when they are deciding which mail to read and which is junk. So be careful while writing a subject line. So write a good subject line. Then design a strong campaign creative. I mean, SDFC Bank, Flipkart, Amazon, Meesho, Myntra, they design very nicely to the connection of the customers. So test before you send. Just test your email. Measure your campaign success. Keep testing and learning. That is important. You have to revise, research and research and research because you are in learning phase before sending the mails. And update your email data list. I mean, if you are getting no response, just don't mail those persons. I mean, 10 times you send and there is no response. That means it's useless. Or you can go for the mass mailing until one purchase is done. This is also the strategy of mailing. But you have to upgrade your data list and you have to keep it more accurate. Then comes what? Dangerous territory and priceless. How should a firm use email? Opt-in email options. Smart and effective email tactics. One can have a session on that later on. Then brand and branding. If your brand, your image, your branding, it does matters while research and innovation in business. If you're not doing business on a brand orientation, then you are not creating a good product or services. If your prices are not hit, you are not in the market, whether you are going for a luxury product, luxury brands or whatsoever. Then entry-level luxury brand is different, medium-level luxury brand is different, top-level luxury brand is different, and elite-level luxury brand is different. So you have to talk about that, which type of luxury brand you are talking. And how to convert it to the internet branding. This is again the issue. And that has to be taken and counseled. So search engine positioning and domain name. This is another spiders, crawlers, robot, index, database, search utility. These are the tools where search engines work and the domain names are searched. When you search the Google, if you're searching my name, Professor Bhagwan Singh, it will give you. So how, this is a positioning of search engine. The technology, it is called SEO. The person from IT will know that what is search engine optimization. So now technology enabled customer relationship. Now CRM is not only the CRM, it has to be technology enabled. Viral marketing. Anything goes viral is viral marketing. You can see the pic 1, after 3, after 5, after many. So it's a chain marketing. Whether you are going through the WhatsApp business, you are going for Moz, you are going for Insta, you are going from anywhere. It is self-replicating viral processes. And today, even the many news channels show that this viral video was liked by or viewed by 2 lakhs viewers, 20 lakh viewers. This is the viral marketing scenario. In early 90s, it was not there. Then it came, it's a history. Advantage access by million people per day. Quicker way of reaching the customer. Saves advertising cost within companies. Customize your message. Can easily be directed to target market. Sometimes give the company for a good reputation. Disadvantage, annoying. I mean, always the same video or same message or same things fills your message box. Same WhatsApp forwarded many times. You see it, whether you want it or don't want it. And everybody is sending thinking that the person must have not seen. Bhai, chhod dijiye usko. Leave it. It is writing forwarded many times, and especially don't forward those messages when it is not forwarding more than 5 times. I mean, if you are forwarding one by one, why you are in this tedious spam forwarding? I mean, it's not done. If it is really, really very important, it's a helpline number or something like that. Now, how you can help the Ukraine people sitting over here and you are getting the messages that save these people? These are, whether it's a job of embassy, it's not you. You are not the ambassador of India sitting in Ukraine, or you are not the Ministry of Foreign Ministry that you will save them. And you are giving a WhatsApp messaging that Ukraine countrymen, their parents, those persons who are in Ukraine, yes, we are TDS, we are thinking about them, but the parents who are sitting with that, they are more concerned and they are doing more tactics and techniques to bring their children back. They are all literate. Now 80% are medico students. Can you imagine? And medical students not just Tom, Dick, and Harry that they don't know where to communicate and how to communicate. And we are keep on viraling messages that save us, save us. What is this? So one should think before forwarding, because it's free. You cannot say that. So this can put a negative impact on the company if the timing is not proper. So post positive impact of the company. Then pass along, buzz marketing, incentive viral, undercover marketing. These are types of viral marketing. Then these are the descriptions how the viral marketing helps. Then mobile marketing. Now this is trending. This is trending hard. Smartphone convergence of multiple devices and platform. Previously, you can see in the image that you have got what? You have got keybooks, you have got wallets, you have got cameras, you have got handbooks, you have got notebooks, you have got keychains. Now everything is in your pocket, termed as a smartphone. Then mobile marketing features are what? It's second shadow. The mobile communication can be targeted specifically, immediate, having the potential to become viral, and having control over messages, secured over online payment. Previously it was not secured, today it is. So what are the mobile marketing tools? Mobile marketing tools. These are SMS, MMS, WAP, IVR, proximity applications. I mean, SMS text messages, MMS images, audio, AV, WAP games, ringtones, IVR audio calls, Bluetooth applications. We have N numbers of mobile apps, that is applications. Then integrated mobile advertising, branding, promotions, direct marketing, banner ads, alerts, jingles, mailers, message, voicemail, coupons, contest informations. These are all integrated mobile marketing techniques. So keep in mind, it is important to get customers opt-in. Marketers should be in the segmentation of customer base accurately as possible. The message should be the value for the customer, and timing is very, very much important. If you are talking about Ukraine attack today, you are 2 days late. So timing is very, very much important. If you are not timed, you have missed the train. Then I hope I have curtailed within time, Rohit.
Yes, sir.
So thanks to Honorable Professor Nayak, sir, and thanks to you and your team and the audience and all my august friends who were present over here to listen.
Thank you very much, Bhagwan, for your very brief and insightful talk, and really it is very essential, useful for the participants who have been connected here, and keep helping continuously as you are doing so long, since long back. And you are the people who are the backbone of organizing so many activities, and perhaps by the combined effort of you all, we became successful to conduct more than 700 webinars in the country during the pandemic period, and more than 50 events of the national and international level in virtual mode so far in the Indian Institute of Business Management, along with different allied bodies. Thank you very much for your kind support and cooperation always, and be is always grateful for all of your endeavor as well as support. Next, Rohit.
Thank you so much, Naik sir. And I request Dr. VK Singh sir to please present the e-memento to our
Dr.
invited
Vinay Kumar
speaker.
Singh is the director, Pura Bolo, director of the Institute
Yes, sir.
of
Yes,
Business
sir.
Management.
Respected sir, please accept the memento given to you.
Thank you, sir. And
The
very
same-
well accepted.
The same
And
will be delivered to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
thank you so much, sir. And it's nice to see Dr. Malay also here. It has been long time to see him physically. Today we are again seeing him. And
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much. Love
Okay.
to see you.
So now we will proceed further, and it's a time for foreign speaker's address. So our today's foreign speaker is none other than Dr. Malay Naik sir. But before we proceed, let me welcome Shivam Shaurabh, the student of BBA 5th semester, IIBM Patna, to please welcome our foreign speaker address. Foreign speaker, Dr. Malay Naik sir. Shivam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So good afternoon, respected teachers, professor, and all participants who are here in this webinar. So thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to read a short biography of Dr. Malay Naik, sir. Dr. Malay Naik is an entrepreneur and researcher with over 24 years of experience in designing, developing, and implementing high-performance hospitality and technology solutions. He is currently working as Executive Director with IT Buzz Limited, London. He has an exceptional blend of expertise in planning, design, operations, and project management to ensure that the delivered infrastructure and solution offer the desired end-to-end result and business results. He also owns several SME organizations, including hospitality, IT, and real estate industries. Malay received his BSc honors in computing and IT from University of Derby, UK, MS in ICT from Assumption University, Thailand, MBA from University of Chichester, UK, and PhD in computer science from Utkal University, India. He has studied project management from the said Business School, University of Oxford. He also received the Chartered Engineer from Engineering Council, UK, and the Institution of Engineer, India. European Engineer from FENANI, and Certified IT Project Manager, CIT-PM from IDA and Singapore Computer Society. Malay is currently an elected fellow FRSA of the Royal Society of Arts, UK, fellow FIMA of the Institute of Mathematics and Application, UK, and chartered fellow FBCS CITP of the British Computer Society, UK. Senior member of the IEEE and IEEE Computer Society, USA. Senior member of Computer Society of India and senior member of Association of Computing Machinery, ACM, USA. He has received the ITCP certificate from NZ Computer Society in New Zealand, certified professional CP from Australian Computer Society, ACS, Australia, chartered IT professional CITP from the BCS, the Chartered Business Institute for IT, UK. Malay is a member of United Nations Association, UK, UNA, UK, and UNA Equality and Human Rights, UK, Advisory Board member of Namibia, University of Science and Technology, NUST, Namibia, Chairman of Naik Foundation, UK, Board Trustee of Sri Jagannatha Society, UK, and Safari People Matter Organization, UK. He has published many research papers, including patent in international conferences and journals. He is working with a few universities as a PhD examiner and worked as a program chair. editor, speaker, reviewer, and member. His current research interests include project management and risk management. So with this word, I would like to invite Dr. Malay Nayak, sir, for the foreign speaker address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. And I hope everybody can hear me, my voice.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Very good afternoon, dear all delegates, guests. I'm honored and pleased part of the today's webinar. I'm truly sincere to Honorable Professor A.K. Nayak, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor A.K. Das Mahapatra, and Professor Upendra Dhar, Professor Singh, and Board of Directors of IIBM. Also, thanks to all professors, students, and administrative and management staff of the institution. So today I got opportunity to speak about innovation, research and innovation in education management. I heard the last couple of hours, I heard about the webinar, and it was very interesting. All my colleagues, and they have really explained regarding how innovation, how research output into the really practical life, and also in theory life. So both I can say, right. So I think my colleague explained about the marketing, SEO, all strategic, how you grow your business, how you want to study, all things already explained. I think I'm going to focus a little bit 3 things. One is called, I think we already know, but I'll a little bit emphasize on that. One called research and innovation, how correlation between them. Third one is how we input to this entrepreneurship skill. Then how we management education, it is implicitly to implement to education management. Right, so let's talk about what is innovation in education management. So, the proposal is organize a risk-taking change introduced into the company or institution. Any organization ensure that the efficiency and increase the productivity, bring the idea, bring the methodology, apply making strategy and technique to the purpose of improving your product, institution, anything. So why it is important? We talk about research, innovation is important. It plays a critical role in the innovation process. So the innovation idea or innovation, the process of your idea to translate into the real product. So when we do research, we think first you think clear what you want to be your research, what is the challenges there, what is there any backbone or anything that happened that you want to research that. Not find out the fault, but find out the solution. That I call the innovative research idea, right? So how innovating to research idea? The skill you adapt, the skill you learn, skill you deploy into real practical life. The factor in terms of what do you want to do? I think my last session, I got opportunity to work with the IIBM last time. I explained to bring into the process, bring into the product and you develop that you need to clear your mindset. Always using this word all the time. Everywhere I use that. That you need to clear. That bring the important. Right. So what are you going to do? You have to devote yourself research and development, and is the result of constant short-head completion. So that means you are researching something that beyond that you want to bring that on table that delivered such a great result. But in terms of the strategy, how you bring that things. So you have to precisely develop your model, your business model, or you can say your startup model, anything you want to say, that you need to create strategically. Then you can implement the next phase. So let's take an example for innovation. So I'm giving a short input. I'm not going to detail more things. So now innovation in education, you can give some example. I can give you an example. For example, so digital textbook, computer-based online learning, video streaming, or e-learning trends, open curriculum. For example, Professor A.K. Das Mohapatra is in Vice Chancellor for Open University, Odisha State Open University. They are also giving learning best, either a blended mode or learning mode. I think India is a very difficult to adapt to e-learning mode. Due to COVID, every student in school, college, university, they are now is e-learning method. When I was studying in India, I remember that the old age, we have not allowed, only you have to be in a college or university or a school. Because of due to COVID-19, we are such a adapt to the technology that can deliver into the from home based. For example, I'm sitting here, I'm managing my company. So I travel to India, but I am running the business in the UK. But now I'm managing here through all the technology. I don't need to sit down and say, oh, you need to do this, do that. Everything to the remote. So that innovation now, that's it. This is the one of example. Changing revenue source for institution funding. For example, changing nature of faculty. The faculty I used to remember in my school, college, and university age, like previously my colleague said, the emotional factor with the colleagues. But now we are doing the virtual emotional. That means we are sitting around the globe talking about virtual emotion. So for example, someone doing for example, I'm the trustee for Sri Jagannath Society, or I'm doing other society. Now we are doing Saraswati Puja through the online. So this technology we adopted through, because of the COVID, the situation happened all around the globe. So that is a good thing. But in India has a different, but I think India is changing now. So we are going through it, right? About 3D printing, or the robotic. So a lot of thing example you can the innovation, right? So another thing I want to talk about, what strategic, what for new business or your existing business, how you optimize, how you well-learned methodology to optimize well-learned methodology, or enabling the implementation new and or better solution so that I can deliver the solution. And focusing the same thing we talked about, how you analyzing, how you diagnosing, how you focus their cause. So that is it. For example, if I want to take the project, so what are you going to do? First, I'm going to meet my client, understanding their scope of the work. So that scope of work, I need to understand what they are. I have to create a scope of work, or they create for me. I'll go through that to show the bidding process. So that, okay, I understand this project. I want to write my proposal. So I write this price, this project, how many people to work on, what the risk taking. But remember, I'm going to use the word risk here. Always I say risk taking, low to medium risk. Never take high risk. Now going back to now. So understanding what the risk there, what you need to bring the, then what outsourcing either require or in your house you have, or you bring what funding. So funding is the critical part of the project. So whether you want to get the money from the company, from bank or venture capital or anybody else, so, or third party company investor, whatever you want to decide. This proposal, you present your client will agree, then you will. So before you presenting, you need to take your idea. If there is a competitor, is Malaya one, there is another 2 Malaya there. So they want to bidding the process. So the way you creating your idea, the creating either cost effective, very good technology solution oriented, or you good custom service provide. Make sure that it's providing all the time. So that's why they're going to buy from Malaya, not buy from you. So this is the question. What are you going to sell? You have to sell yourself. That is strategic, to think about how you're selling yourself. That idea, your proposal present to the customer. That means we win the customer. Then, so that proposal, when you talk, you research many things, market trends, sales trends, you talk about business perspective, that you have to understand in the project. That's the best thing. Now, what is relation? We bring research and innovation. What exactly? So all the time we said the role and is triggering smart and sustainable growth and job creation. So now the point is job creation. So we're saying talk about the innovation and research playing roles is the job creation because of that. So job creation. So the idea is beyond the idea by prominent by is called entrepreneurship by entrepreneur. So entrepreneur always work always think to creating, bring his own research skill to trigger the project. Now, what is it? What is the purpose of innovation? What is the purpose? Why we need to bring the idea? As I say earlier, when you presenting, you need to go to study the market before come up with new ideas, new technology that allows you increasing productivity and generate the greater output and value with the same input. That means whatever you propose bring, that is allowed to do generate good is supporting your community. Right, supporting community job creation, that's we call the person who we call as entrepreneur. Entrepreneur always keep in his mindset, think about strategy. Strategy is very important role in the business. If there is no strategy, you can't run the business. And because you have no idea, if there is no map, you can't travel. For example, you won't travel from, for example, you are in Patna to West Bengal. You won't drive by car because there is no map. It's very difficult. What are you going to do? You're all the time asking, which road I have to follow to go there. Some people don't know. In that case, the output, the main source is map. Same way. So map is the main source for traveling. Now business, your strategy or business plan is main strategy or the point of your business that you can go further. Then we're going for what comes your research or innovation first. What do you call first? So we always talk about the imagination, product of imagination. Whether you have to develop a new device, maybe develop a new process, maybe do a device for any imagination, any product like let's say COVID-19 protocol is happening now everywhere in the UK, USA, India, all over the world. Now, what are we going to find? Where the benchmark of the problem? We need to find the benchmark. So that we need to focus, create a developed that can help our socially and economical to the community. Now, I'm coming back to the key aspect of innovation management. So how are you managing the innovation? So there is 4 elements. One is collaboration. You have collaboration. Second, ideation, implementation, and value creation. So in that way, so you can bring more idea into the projects. So I want to talk about a little bit about why it is important for innovation management. So when you discover a product, so then you think about reduce cost and also enhance your development process significantly. And also, you also is important in a very competition the ability of is very competitive in the market. Think about that way you can either your process is better process to follow up, and so that you can reduce costs, so that I can make profitable in your project. Now, so I'm going to little bit talk about the entrepreneur. If you want to be an entrepreneur, think about, I'm giving example, Mr. Bansal, the owner of, the ex-owner for Flipkart. So he was IIT graduate. He was in Bangalore. He studied there. I think everybody know him. But the way he create the innovation mind, the way he research bring the on the table, so that in the world it was brilliant. He sold 6 billion of the, I think 6 billion, I believe, to the US company. And let's talk about the foreigner guy is Elon Musk. When I was, I think I was learning about PayPal. Who is the owner of PayPal? Is Elon Musk. Then after that, he started a SpaceX. Now he bring 12 times change model of the business. So that business. So what he did exactly? So he has good leadership, including good strategy, business plan, skill, including mindset and integrity. That is very, very important. To be a leader, to be an entrepreneur, to be like a leader. You think about what you want to achieve in your project for your company. So all the time you think. So I'm going to going back to one of the actor. He's called Forrest Gump. I think he's an actor. He is softball player. He's softball player. All the time running. He never back to there. When you do something, you go further beyond what you want to do. But I'm also emphasizing one word: strategic and mindset is very, very important. That comes to bring your leadership quality. If there is no strategy, there is nothing there. The road. If there is no map, you can't travel, because you don't, unless you are already already know that the road. But when you take project that you bring a research, so make sure that you everything ready to execute, so that you can further. So so another thing I was emphasizing about, about innovation entrepreneurship framework. What do you need? Timing. First, innovative mind, you require timing, then relationship, then entrepreneurship. This is your innovation framework. What is the method? Innovator method. What are you going to strategic? So one is called insight. I can share my screen if people are allowed.
Yes, sir, it is allowed, sir.
Yeah, right. Okay. Because my internet is slow, so I'm just talking now. Sorry. So let me check. Where's it gone? 1 second. Okay. Can you see me now?
Yes, sir, it is now opening. Yeah, now we can see it, sir.
Right. So the innovators method. So the key activities are the each stage of the process, as I earlier said about innovation. So I was talking about this. So the innovation, timing, relationship, and entrepreneurship. There are 4 frameworks very important when you do entrepreneurship skill. Then the innovator method, the strategy, the process. You said insight, problem, solution, and business model. So this is important. You can see key activities: cyber surprises, discover job to be done, prototype minimum, so awesome product, validity, go to the market strategy. So I think I was talking about, yeah. Then this is your key strategy activity. The smart business model I was already talking about. So you bring the new idea, you think about become next to Facebook or Google or anything. You want to be extraordinary to the community, and understand your client. Understand your client means to understand your project. Make sure also follow your passion, and being a passionate new business will help you survive. Because when you start a business, you start or bring a smart business model, make sure that you understand your risk. Risk is the pillar of your business. Anything you go, you must understand the risk. Everywhere is. If you're going to let's in dark, you always feeling dark, somebody will kill you, or you're feeling someone is attack you. Same way, when you do the business, you think about the risk. If you don't think about risk, I think that is foolish. All the time think about how you minimize, how you control the risk. And so that in order to do that, so that you have to plan and strategy. And also the quality is one of the factor. The quality, if there is no quality, there is no project. Like if there is no money, there is no honey. Like that we call, right? So same way. So the quality is very, very important to deliver your realistic model. So also you have to collaborate. I told you before, the collaborate to work with good, either mentor, good companies, global companies, and that you need to have a good collaborate, right? Right. I was talking before in my last session about 10 skill we need 2025. Can you see my screen? What is the first one thing? Analytical thinking and innovation. That was is a topmost because due to pandemic, we think analytically, thinking and innovative mind. Then he's saying active learning strategy. See, Professor Ekenaik done, sir done about 700 webinar, learn about many things, big data, data science, strategy, IC infrastructure, management, many things. You have to keep learning and learning strategies. You see, I was talking about strategy. Now the second is strategy. You go back to third. What is saying? Complex problem solving. That you need to find where the complex problem, how to solve, how to bring a new idea to bring that. Then you go to fourth number. What is saying? Critical thinking analysis. So nowadays we're using data science, big data. You can see how you're analyzing data, how you're storing data. That's Professor Naik and other colleagues already explained that. So this, and if you go to fifth number, I think fifth number, leadership and social influence. So I'm stopping here now. Leadership, when you run your own business or work for someone as a managing director, you need to have a strong leadership. Leadership is the quality of your management style. I always said in my management style is open the door. Open the door means you allow the people to learn, and you deliver to the into the people. And another one factor is people management. Is a difficult age. It is very critical. If you are a strong manager, strong director, the people management is the strongest skill you should have it. Because people management, that's a lot of things happen. Lot of things will happen. It's difficult to manage. You can manage the computer, you can manage the program, but it's difficult to manage the human nature. The human nature is flickering. You can imagine emotional. You can't handle it. That is important as a leader to understanding what you require. Then if you go back to technology use, monitor and control. The technology, we are skilled. In India, school and college, they produce thousand IT or engineers or medical science, but they're good brain. But other fact, because we are how to use the technology, is not using them the way using of the way we creating for people and that. But here, technology, you can bring them in new technology and monitor them and control them. That's very important. Go to the other number, technology design and programming. That's we are expert. I don't need to design that. We are good at designing, good at programming. We are a good coder. In India, we got a good coder. Then you go to second last, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility. That is important. If you say stress and flexibility important. Now you're working from home, man, you have to stress less. And if you are working with your office, sometimes very much stress nowadays, because you are flexibility, everything controlled through the virtual. So managing everything. Now the last one is reasoning, problem solving, and ideas. That's already explained that how you problem solving, create idea, bring this. This is our talking about 10, right? already explained about entrepreneur. So I'm going to talk about the bridge gap. I'm not going to talk. I talked last semester. Since I was just to give the revise this thing, technology and opportunity, entrepreneurship and value. That's very important. The bridges the gap, entrepreneurship. So I'm going to back to a little bit about the entrepreneurial. You need to understand the opportunity and resource, what you need. So identify need, solution, and fair advantage, acquire technology rights, people and money. So that's already explained you. You find opportunity, what resource there available, what requirement there that you need to go through. Right. I'm not going to go through more detail this. Right. I want to emphasize one more thing. You being an entrepreneur, what are you going to do? Bring a new idea, bring a new vision and goals. If there is no clear road, there is no clear map, you're not going through your business. If there is no goal, there is no career. Nothing will happen. You have to have your goals and vision. Ethics and values. You need to follow all ethics and follow the government rules. Make sure that, and you have make sure that you have a good organized skill to proper managing. The one more thing I want to say, risk taking. That I always emphasize in low to medium risk. You always take care if you want a successful entrepreneur. Right. So we're going to talk about the structure in the financing. So you can see the value on time. You have to say technology, marketing, and management. I think my colleagues are explaining about how you marketing and sales and how you managing. But I'm not going to. I think that's similarity. How you go? You're going to go to social media, going to marketing. You can do in the what is called blend marketing, like door to door blend process, or you want to go to over the phone. I don't think so. Nowadays we are technology based marketing. We're not going to knocking the door. It was 19th century knocking the door. Nowadays we don't do it. Not going, but something better than nothing means still we have to keep our old method in order to success the new method. If you forget the old is old, then you can't find a gold. So that means you have to keep your side as a support, as old blend method to adopt a new method. So and technology always inside the your idea that bring into the market, right? So I'm not. So this is the way you got consent, that's right. So I'm going to get here, right? So what challenges being an entrepreneur? So when I'm giving myself as I'm not easy as a small thing, but I think bigger. So the three challenges always come: funding problem, responsibility, and isolation. So the funding, it bring you, the biggest problem, borrowing money. If you're saying, Malaya, can you invest money? Do you think I can invest your money? Because I don't know you. So how do I think about funding? Or you going to the bank? How the bank you think about? You're saying, I don't know. You just pass out, you're 20 years boy, as a man, young man. How do you want to do the business? Means how do the people trust you? So in that case, you have to two-way. Either you, without investing money, you prepare yourself, or you have to borrow money. That you have to propose a business plan. That is very, very important. So business plan, how? If you don't have knowledge about a business plan, you need to bring your mentor, select the mentor. Who is going to mentor? Either your teacher or bring third-party resource to be a mentor. So bring a right business plan so that I can show to the bank, I want to borrow money X amount. But here is one thing. When you borrow 1 million or what 10 million or 10 lakh is 1 million, right? So if you say 5 lakh I want to borrow, but don't spend the 5 lakh. You think where to minimize you can spend, make sure to follow your business plan. Then another problem. If you without money, the second plan was talking, you continue your works, right? And support, just continue work for someone, then side by running your business, side business. In that case, if something happen, you still have a job. That is most important. I started my career like this. I work for someone, I do my business. I all the time I do example me and mix up with other people because I want people not follow me, follow the way I have done. Maybe you better than me. I want that. I want inspiring people, young people, the way we are running, we can bring more. Then we go to second plan, responsibility. So what is not everything? So you have to giving training, you learn yourself, giving training employees, makes the pay bill all time, tax everything, and not make decisions straight away. Make sure that not just decision, everything gets done right way. But this route, the entrepreneurship route, is very ugly and very hard work. You have to think, and most people are, oh, enough, I'm not going to do this job. No, don't lose your faith, don't lose your mind. So then last is very insecure, might be sometimes problem, the personal problem, because you can't work long hour working, but that comes result after 2 to 3 years if you really work hard to get something. And most of people fail within 4 to 5. So 4 or 5 small business in next within 5 years fail the business. Make sure that you think you strategically and tactically and develop good business, deliver it. Now, so this is what makes you successful. You first to bring your research, innovation, then your skill. That bring your determination to succeed. And you ready to take reasonable risk. Make sure that risk is the pillar of your bone. Like we got a spine, our body, and risk is the one up there. If there is no risk, I don't think so you can do it. Always keep the control of the risk. Very important. The risk can be anything, it is elaborating. So my research is more risk management and with quality, including project management. So I love risk. So make sure that you focus on that, so you're controlling that. Then you have to take strategical decision, desire for, and also all the time say win-win attitude. You must accept negative in order to deliver, to convert into positive. So that is most important for you to give my, that's I believe on that. So, and I'm just going to the interval 2021. India is almost 9th position. You know that. I think we are still doing better in compared to the Western countries. Sorry. So now the final I want to discuss. So entrepreneur or innovator, we can say innovator is entrepreneur, are constantly looking for new ways to resolve problem, no matter how long it takes. They take responsibility and the decision and action. They will take around until job completed. So what the relation today, the education management in India, I think is my thing is we have to adapt to the learning society, learning, we have to research, more focus. Now the UGC and the government working the good quality now. If you go back to 19th century, or I mean 20 years back or 10 years back, I think now the education totally different. I think we are improving, we are growing. I think we can do best child in the world, and we are really producing producing the good entrepreneur. But we have to respect, and we have to continue throughout our life. And second, the final things, if you are accepting criticize, that's good. I give you an example. I had Channel 4, one episode I was doing 4 in a bed. A lot of people comment about me, they like it. Some people about many bad. I said, hey, I'm fine, happy to take accept in Twitter. They're putting my picture, everything. So what? End of day, I got a chance to work with Channel 4. It's opportunity, same thing. Anybody come, you accept constructive criticism. That's the best thing I can advise you. And don't go beyond someone say, oh, I don't like it. No, take it into constructive criticism into positive, build a better career and better society. Thank you very much. And I give opportunity to give me opportunity to speak about. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, sir, please unmute, sir.
Thank you very much, Malay, for your excellent deliberation and addressing to the participants, and the institute as a whole is always appreciating your great contribution towards our mission. And perhaps I can acknowledge it, you have participated in more than 20 occasions in the different webinar series, short-term training program, faculty development program that has been conducted by my coordination. And keep it up. and we are always grateful for your pioneering effort and coding contribution. Thank you once again on behalf of the institute and everything.
Thank you so much, Malay Naik sir. But before we end, I would like to present you the e-memento. Please accept the sir. Please accept the memento, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. The same will be delivered in the physical mode also, sir.
Thank you, Malay. But thank you, everybody. But Rohit, we are having the Iman Madam, Dr. Iman Ali Ma'am is there, who is a continuous and a regular participant of our webinar. And many people, so all people are there. If some feedback anybody wants to give, they are most welcome. Iman Ma'am, are you hearing me? You are the part of the Shikshak Kalyan Foundation also. If any feedback anybody wants, they can have their feedback. Rajiv, today you are also continuously attending. Subhranshu is there perhaps.
जी सर, बहुत ही अच्छा रहा सर। सर बहुत ही अच्छा रहा सर, हम शुरू से सुना है, काफी इंफॉर्मेटिव यूजफुल लेक्चर था सर, सभी स्पीकर के द्वारा दिया गया सर। भविष्य में भी हम सर ऐड होंगे सर, ये सब प्रॉमिस करते हैं सर। थैंक यू सर।
Malay, Rajiv is my student. At present, he is the technical director, technical or senior technical director, Rajiv, of the National Informatics Center, Government of India, Ministry of Communication and Information.
Sir, myself is Rajiv Kumar. I was the student of Mr. Naik sir in 91-93. I have passed
nice
out
to meet you.
PGDCA course from IIM Patna. Then after I joined in some private organization. In 1997, I have joined in NIC as a scientific and technical assistant B. Presently, I am the technical director, scientist E in NIC, and my functional designation is
nice to meet you, everyone. I think it's
yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Anand Prakash.
Anand
It was
Prakash,
pleasure.
yes.
Yeah, it was pleasure attending this program. I think it's a very good initiative because lot has to change in the management, the way we are doing, because this is the industrial era management style, and now with the information era and the knowledge workers, the whole management principles and systems need to be relooked at and they need to be aligned. So such kind of webinars are a very, very useful step in that direction. I'm the faculty development program advisor with Shikshak Kalyan Foundation. Thank you.
Very good, Anandji, very good. We all are associated with the Shikshak Kalyan Foundation. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much, Malay Naik sir. Thank you so much, Naik sir. And now we will proceed towards our last but not the least session.
You see, Subhranshu is there, Subhranshu? Perhaps he has been disconnected.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So it's a time for vote of thanks. And for that, I would like to welcome Vinay Kumar Singh, sir, the Director of Indian Institute of Business Management, Patna. Over to you, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Respected all the dignitaries, my dear friends, my beloved students, researchers, scholars connected with us with a continuous and dynamic presence, I feel proud and pleasure to present vote of thanks on the day, one-day international webinar on research and innovation in management education, organized by Indian Institute of Business Management, Patna, in the technical collaboration with CSI, Computer Society of India, Patna chapter, as well as Shikshak Kalyan Foundation. I pleasure to present vote of thanks. But before I have to pray my educational father with the sloka, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. I would like to present vote of thanks to my beloved father, teacher, dynamic educational father, and mentor, Professor Dr. A.K. Nayak. Only the identification in my mind as the teacher, who is not the routine of explanation about the designation, but in the list of the informal study. I would like to present the thanks to the advisor, Indian Institute of Business Management, as well as former president and fellow Computer Society of India, and the National Vice President, Shikshak Kalyan Foundation. Sir, I would like to thank Professor Dr. A.K. Nayak. He looks or seems like old, but present deliver as like burst the new innovation idea, emotions, and knowledge, like the delivery of excellency of knowledge regarding the future thinking, future aspects, future animations, like the imagination. I would like to thanks to him for the delivery with the integration of technology with the data science, big data, international market connection, ICT technology, challenges of association between management and information, how the professional courses, professional career make to the efficient person. He has delivered the research innovation directly compatible to each other and which will be useful to the research scholars, new eras, students like scholars and others. I would like to thanks Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Arka Das Mohapatra, Odisha State Open University, Odisha. I would like to thanks to him for the expert delivery in the different area of education of the different part of the world. He has discussed, as the management is all about the decision-making process, good result, good outcome, always depend with the quality of education, goes to the award to the management education based on the quality research. Finally, quality innovation is the target. I would like to thank him. He has explained system involved in the process of different stages of management, but net present value is important. He has explained about the management education privilege to the different functional area of management. The study, if based on case study, they will be more useful. I would like to thank to him for the presentation of summary, concluding in the management educators is the responsibility is responsible to choose the right effort. I would like then thank to the Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Upender Dhar sir, Sri Vaishnavi Vidyapith Vidyalaya Indore, Madhya Pradesh. He has explained and started from 1925 with the starting word science without humanity, up to how the role of United States on genuine responsibility and different sustainability scenarios now these days. Today, the business is concerned with the risk and innovation concerned up to 2020 is directly related and above with respect to the information technology. How the capturing of case stakeholders, generating idea in particulars, innovating and up to the achievement of different concept of education. He also discussed about the role of online is ready goes to the credit forward innovation. The process of 2020 education policy research changes smoothly and institutions bar expanded now. He expanded and discussed about the idea of different method of innovations of the assessment and that should be control and monitoring also continuously. This became the regular process of the development of management with the connection of information technology. I would like to thank Professor Rajkumar Singh sir, Dean Research and Development and Head Department of Commerce, School of Management Sciences, Varanasi, for the delivery about the education is suffered from 2 years. These days, survival of the fittest converted into only first today in the first. The way we need to interdependent with the problem solving technique. The side effect of the online education, this is the lack of conversation. The education is now the education policy holds to the world of the education 4.2 society. 4.2 also related. Education 4.2 is directly related to the education society 4.2. The need of service innovations, I would like to thank him for discuss about the Indian model of the education. He also discussed about the 3C approach, a specialization of the super specialties. Human touch is required to the resemble knowledge and teachers. Then after career building, this is the solution oriented. Research in the result of the copy is not actual research. Research because the solution oriented innovation, a relationship between academia with the effect of result with the emotional samvedana. I would like to thanks to him for drawn on the technology and remote case study based approaches. I would like to thank Professor Bhagwan Singh ji, Head and Dean School of Management Sciences, Central University of Jharkhand, who has given a beautiful presentation between research and industry differentiation, differentiately with the lot of actual terms, technical terms, with clear idea and approaches, exercise, innovation with the recent example and recent approaches, customer-based innovations, 4 P's, 7 C's, the interaction between the global and local approach, local product, how they impact the management to the information technology now these days, the statistical data involved in the presentation of his beautiful ideas involvement. I would like to thank Dr. Malay Nayak sir, foreign speaker, IT Buzz Limited, London, who present the idea of innovation with the devotion in representing the delivery by a perfect strategy, then finally implement the innovation with a perfect strategy. A suitable example given by him with the education, the interactive presentation of beautiful business model, how entrepreneurship will achieve the target with the involvement of stepwise IT involvement and infrastructure uses. He also discussed about the different technology that you have to sell yourself, the idea of collaboration to evaluation and management. Strategically, you have to complete the project. I would like to thank all of my beloved, all of my students, all of my respected guardians. Thank to all once again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. So with these, we have concluded our today's one-day international webinar. And by the permission of our today's chairman and the president of the webinar, Dr. A.K. Naik sir, and all the dignitaries, I would like to sign off our today's meeting. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.